Yeah, that's why I want to knock out 20. I didn't plan on riding with him, but he asked could he go. Cause I was going. Yeah, I was like, all right, bet. So because the ride at first, I was like, well, shit, we're gonna ride to like Jewel and then go over to the lake and come back. That might get him like a few miles. And then I was like, well, shit, we had Jewel. I called up my brother. Like, shit, we're gonna stop by his house because he stay on 22nd. So we stopped by his house for a second, talk to him, showed him we was on bikes moving around. I was like, well, shit, fuck it, man. Let's we might as well keep going north because from there you can't get over to the lake. So you might as well keep going north till you hit Roosevelt. So we hit Roosevelt and then went over to the lake. Came all through there and shit. Northerly Island through what's that, McCormick Place, all through there.
Okay.
And then
but you know what else you forget? You forget that you cover a lot of ground when you really not like count it.
Yeah.
You ain't counted and you just in your groove and you just ride.
Yeah.
You cover a lot of ground if you not. When you start getting tired, that's when you start counting. But when you easy and you catch your second wind and stuff like that, I've learned that I've covered a lot of miles and a lot of tread and all that stuff. When I'm not really just like in my ear with some music or talking to somebody or something like that, I cover a lot and get through it quick.
Yeah, like for him, I had music playing, so, but for him, I know it was, a lot difficult. He riding a mountain bike, you know what I'm saying?
It's a little bit bigger for him.
Yeah, it's bigger for him, and I'll probably end up getting like another bike for him for Christmas. But I just, I had to kind of coach him. Sometimes I had to, all right, man, you pedaling too slow. You gotta come on. You know what I'm saying? You got to keep up the pace. Otherwise, we'd be still paddling right now.
And you know what it is? Another thing, too, I've learned, too, by riding a bike. When your day is clear, you can do whatever because you ain't got, like, I got to be back at this time to do this and do that. I need to get in the shower to do this. But when your day is clear, that's why you always see me go from, like I be doing, like, my average be, like, 6 to 7 miles, 5 miles in that range because I know if something happened, I can still walk to the crib and still be cool or whatever I do. But like the one I was just telling you about, I could probably do that tomorrow because I have nothing to do and I'm off. So, and I don't, it ain't really nothing I got planned in my day or nothing like that. Be humble. What's going on, bro?
Be humble. Whatever.
So that's one of the things too. And I think that's what is that for you too, be humble? When you be riding your bike, do your days be clear when you go them far distances?
Because I think ultimately for me, I want to get all the way to the end of I want to go all the way to the end, basically the end of the bike route on Lakeshore Drive. Then shit, motherfucker, I come back.
That's what people forget. People forget that.
So, but I mean, today I know I pretty much probably could have made it to Montrose Harbor and came back without a problem. It was just that, like I said, I had him with me, so, I don't get to move as fast. And I think I might just dedicate maybe Saturdays for the kids. Let them, because my daughter like to ride too. And it's amazing how fast, how far these little kids be riding and shit. Like, they don't mind because it's fun. It's getting out the house. So.
People said I normally get out there early.
I be trying, but my nights be so long that I still be kind of like, I be wanting to get out there like 6:30, 7, 8, but I don't get out there till 9:30, 10.
So I want to do a night bike ride though.
You want some real white people shit?
No,
now.
hell no.
You got your lights on and stuff? What you talking about?
No, just hitting the lake with it because I'm not too far, so I can ride down, straight down my block, hit the lake with it, and then be on the. I should be cool, be on the lake trail, and get some of that.
It is. It's a very nice thing for families though. And I'm trying to get in that mode where I can get up and get it out, but Josh know my schedule. Like, nah, that nigga tired. He finna stay in the bed somewhere. He sleep. Because the way my schedule is right now, so I try to do as much as I could, but I still get it done. But like you say, you gotta time it. You gotta time everything right.
Be Humble said I did a night bike ride event before.
I know that was dope.
I wouldn't mind that one day. I would not mind that at all.
That sounds like it'd be dope.
But you gotta have the right equipment too.
I got my vest from the job. So
Put on your vest, you
yeah,
light it up?
Yeah, hell yeah. Nah, I ain't got no type of helmet. Like, I ain't that serious, but.
But you know what it be, though? You figure out, like, we say it, but it is some real crazy people out here. Like, you can be riding your bike, minding your business, and somebody's having a bad day and, like, on some real try to swerve and try to hit you type shit.
Yeah. Yeah, like, I mean, even today, like, so we riding around, we coming through the lake, and I didn't take, like, the conventional bike path. We went to, like, where you can basically walk right up on the lake. Y'all familiar with that?
Yeah.
All right, so you're coming around, and so it's a little slope. You come down a little slope, and I'm going slow because I got to watch my son. He riding with us, with me, rather. And I see something that say, the sign say, slippery when wet. I bet, you know what I'm saying, whatever. I'm not even going that fast. So I come around the corner, and I look back to see where my son was at because I don't want him falling in Lake Michigan. And just as quick as I look back, I hit a patch of slippery when wet. And I just came down, skirt, boom. And you know what I'm saying? And I got the clothes on because I ain't never take these shits off. But anyway, like, I messed up, like, my shoes and shit. And it was interesting. I'm not even hurting or nothing from it. It was just like, damn, it was about embarrassing. Because first of all, you ain't even really supposed to be riding a bike right there. I know if it was me, I would have been like, that's what your dumb ass get for riding a bike right there. But, it's just it was a fun experience. So.
You say that story, I got a story like kind of coexists with that when you say right?
Mm-hmm.
I was finna say, that's why God made your ass fall. Right there. Because me and the OG, Tone, was talking about this the other day. I was at the gas station. I was looking at a dude pump gas. He did some dumb shit where my man spilled gas all over the place. It's all on his car. It's all over everywhere. Guess what happened? I say, look at this dumb motherfucker. Guess what happened? Next time I would have come pump gas 2 days later, what happened? I spilled gas. It wasn't a lot, but it was enough for God to tell you, next time, mind your fucking business and shut the fuck up.
Yeah.
God put stuff in perspective real quickly for you. Like, for real.
Yeah. So if you're ever riding on that part of Lake Michigan, just get back on the regular bike trail and to avoid falling. Good afternoon,
That's the beauty. What's up?
Sister, every day, what's going on? How you doing today?
Be Humble said helmet should be the first purchase.
Before the bike. I get it. The helmet is very it's serious, man, and I get one eventually.
Do you wear at least like elbow protectors or knees or whatever?
Elbow, like, hold them on, man.
I have on my gym clothes. Because as soon as I get through with the...
you fall and then hit your elbow the right way.
I just
fell. That was your first fall?
Yeah, I ain't fell since I was 7. So
that was your first one?
Yeah, as an adult.
Shit. Well,
yeah.
Welcome to the club. You're going to fall a couple more times.
No, don't speak that on me, man.
It's going to happen.
No, speak that on yourself,
it's
man.
It's going to happen, bro. It's inevitable. It's going to happen. I said the same.
Okay.
You don't tell us no stories.
I bet you I don't. I'm gonna keep it there.
He's not going to tell us because he's like, no, Mark was right.
No.
Be Humble said I once fell off my bike turning around fast. If I didn't have it, I'm sure I would not be here, I suppose he's trying to say. I wouldn't be here because of his helmet.
But a lot of times, the accidents or like so-called falls come because you think a car see you, but they don't. And you have to hurry up and hit brakes, slam on brakes or something like that because they looking your way, but they like looking like through you. They not like really paying attention to you. Mm-hmm. You feel me? So that's why I've learned my lesson to not go around. I go around cars, not in front of them. I don't give a fuck if you kind of see me sometimes. Only way I probably kind of go in front of you through a crosswalk or through the street or anything is if you actually literally backed up because you saw me and you trying to clear away from me. That's the only way I'll go in front of you because I know without a doubt you saw me. So.
Be Humble said if you have clip-ins, you will definitely have falls. I don't know what clip-ins are. What are clip-ins?
It's the paddles. He got the shoes and all, but Be Humble serious about it. He got the shoes and all, for real.
Yeah, I ain't that serious.
Yeah, me neither. I got gym shoes. I wear a certain pair of gym shoes. I got the little spikes on the pedals that like stick in your shoes. Yeah. If you ride different pair of shoes, it will mess up the bottom of your shoes. But I got the spiky pedals that your foot is there, not going to really slip off like that.
Yeah, I'm not that raw yet. Well,
I changed my pedals and everything. I ain't gonna lie.
I just put some new pedals. Well, I had the bike that I inherited. had one missing paddle, which was strange. So I had to put a new paddle.
Oh, you should have all that. I got some extra paddles.
I bought some yesterday, which was because it actually needed it wasn't the regular thread, so it had like the adjustment, the other one that you put in there.
Okay.
So yeah, I threw that on there, and yeah, that bike actually ride better than the other one I got. So
it do?
Yeah.
I know Jerry Day got like 4 bikes. I got one.
Yeah.
I'm gonna get a couple. I'm gonna get one. I want 2 more though, at least 2 more. Total of 3. I'll be cool with it.
Yeah.
But them bikes ain't cheap, so you can't just be going out buying them like you buying paddles.
No, my bikes is inherited.
Them bikes is
or stolen.
I sent them some
or stolen.
Yeah, I sent them some bikes that was decent too, but the bikes I go get, yeah, it's not.
Don't leave no track by my crib and you just walked off. Okay,
it's a wrap.
It's a wrap. Don't
you
leave.
in the city too.
Yeah, let me get that.
Spray paint that.
I ain't gonna do nothing. This mine.
Didn't you have a bike get stolen?
Hey man, don't trigger me, man. See, you
I was
already
just
know that's
asking.
gonna trigger me. That's why Jerry Day over there laughing because he know how I felt about my bike. I felt more sad about my bike than I did my car. That's not funny, bro.
Yeah, he was down bad.
Yes, I was.
He was laughing about the car. He
I
wasn't
was
laughing
laughing
about
about that bike. I wasn't. I really felt like a little kid that just got his bike on Christmas and these niggas stole it during the summer. That's how I felt. That shit triggering, for real. Not lying. That shit is really that shit triggering. My wife said something about that the other day. I almost put her ass out. Go outside. Go to your car for a minute. Leave me alone. Cause that shit
go to your bike.
Yeah, that shit triggering. That shit really hurt my feelings, bro. It ain't too much that be hurting I get my feelings hurt, but they ain't too much do. But that shit hurt my feelings. For real.
Oh man.
And you sitting there laughing. That's not funny, bro. That shit not really. You got me laughing. That shit not funny, man.
You know what? And just real quick, because I know we're talking about bikes and stuff. One thing I wish I would have did when I was up in Vancouver. Because I noticed everybody out there ride bikes.
You should have rented you one?
Yeah, I should have rented me one. You know what I mean?
You
And then I realized I think they call it the DIY bikes. The rental bikes.
Yeah.
Those, they got like assistant paddle. So I was wondering, how the fuck is these dudes going so fast?
Oh, it's electric. Got electric motor in them.
Yeah, it got an assistance to it, so they be flying. I was like, damn. I'm looking at the person that's riding. I'm like, ain't no way they going that fast. So I Googled it. It said, yeah, it has something that gets you up to about 20 miles an hour on them things. So.
And people think, paddling this bike is just easy and cool. Bro, that. All right. Yeah, for real. Your ass be the first 20 minutes in, you be like, damn. Then all of a sudden you catch a second wind, you be good. But them bikes get you right. Get your heart rate up.
And I live up some stairs, man. So I ain't got no elevator. I got to bring the bikes up.
Oh, you do? Oh no, we got a bike room.
Yeah, no, I gotta bring it. No, I don't trust no bike room in the city. It should be gone.
Cameras. I'm fighting for this bike. I ain't even gonna lie to you. We throwing hands.
Boy, if you don't get it's another episode of the No Key Podcast.
Hey,
It's another episode of the No Key Podcast. I am your man, Spaces.
hey, I go by your boy Maul, man.
It's J every day.
Be humble. Say, have y'all seen my bike rides? Well,
For sure. I watch yours every time it pop up on my feed and I see you did a new one. Yes, I do go watch them.
he said, have y'all seen my bike rides while I tell stories? That's
Oh, no, I have not seen none of those.
I have to check that out.
Yeah, I have to check that out too.
check that out.
I might have to get on that with you now. That's something I will vlog and do. I will record that, my bike ride.
Hey, that was something I was thinking about. I was riding the bike maybe a couple Sundays ago, and I was like, man, that'd be cool if you had a preacher who rode the bike. You know what I mean? And you hear scripture and stuff. Dude, to get some tick, boy.
Hey, we might do that this Saturday coming up. I'll let you know by Wednesday.
The mobile riding bike?
Yeah, Saturday.
Sunday.
Sunday, Lake Shore.
All right. Yeah,
I won't know what you let you know.
for sure.
How was your last week, man?
You know what I'm saying? It started off a little rocky, but we here.
Rocky, what happened?
Sure.
You cool?
Yeah, I'm good.
Okay.
All is well.
Space.
I'll go last. How was your? Because mine's a little extensive. So
A little extensive. What I do this last week? I just been getting back in my thing. Getting back in my groove thing. I was on vacation these last 2 weeks before that, so I've been getting back in my. No, I don't like getting out of my routine. It messed me up. It have me all discombobulated. I don't like being out of my routine. So it's me getting, because once I get out of it, it be kind of like it's almost like your body trying to fight to get back into what you was doing.
Right.
So
Yeah.
I'm trying to get back into my routine. So once I get back into my routine, I'm gonna be cool, man. We got some decent news. Jeffrey, they kind of know what I'm talking about. Did some numbers and stuff, some calculations. Like, man, that wasn't bad at all.
Everything checks out.
Yeah, it took a little long time, but hey, we can't complain.
Yeah.
I mean, you got some of that.
Some longer than others.
Yeah. So it's like, I know we're speaking in code, but it was decent.
Sierra, what's good? What's good?
What up,
Sierra, what's going on? So, and y'all know me, I don't get on here and complain about nothing that's going on, man. I take it with a grain of salt. I can make it happen. So I'm just grateful and blessed, man, to still be here, still got my homies here, man. We ain't getting no bad news or nothing like that. I'm good. Good money.
My last week was pretty fun. I went to Michigan. I was out there for 4 days.
What part?
I don't want to say too much, huh?
You a stripper?
Well, you in East Michigan, West Michigan?
I don't know, actually. It was like 20 minutes from Detroit, though.
So you was in East Michigan.
I'm not sure. So,
but with direction,
I don't know. I just knew where I was going. You know what I'm saying? So,
Lord, man.
So I had a tour guide, man, and there's seen some parts of Michigan. I was like, okay, I see why this is reported to be one of the most, if not the most progressive city in America right now in terms of fixing itself in terms of economy and business and money flowing. But in other parts, I'm like, yo, this is not much different than Chicago at all. Like, man, so one of the things, hold on, you know what? Let me pull it up. I should have sent some pictures.
Pull up Detroit?
No. No.
Oh, I know you was out there. Okay.
Let's see. I don't know why this is moving this slow. Let's see. River Walk in America.
Gotta be San Antonio. San Antonio ain't number one. Chicago shit busting though.
That's what. Listen.
Chicago River Walk busting.
So this said, all right.
You ain't even lying though. Especially a bike ride down there, it'd be cold.
Yeah, you
but it'd be
probably
crowded.
fall into the river.
It'd be crowded. It'd be super crowded though.
So number 10. This is the first time I'm seeing this list. So Scioto Mile in Columbus, Ohio. Number 9, Charles River in Boston, Massachusetts. Okay, number 8, Wilmington Riverwalk.
Fuck going to Wilmington. Fort Wayne. Come on, bro.
Fort Wayne, Indiana.
They're not even serious.
Now I'm curious about Fort Wayne.
I've always been, but I told you, San Antonio number 6. That's crazy work.
Like it should be. You say it should be higher?
No,
San Antonio shit is like, it's long. Like, dude, it's like miles long.
They known for that though. That's what they known for.
And you know what suburb? I mean, you go through here, but has a solid river walk is Naperville.
Yes.
Yeah, so Naperville shit is decent.
I'm gonna check that out.
Spokane. I've been to Tampa. I didn't even know they had a river.
Tampa, Florida. Tampa
so
River.
much water around.
Number 3, Louisville, Kentucky. New Orleans?
Yeah,
I guess New Orleans, yeah.
Cincinnati. I've never been on the river of Cincinnati. I don't know what they talking about, man.
Yeah, I don't know what they're specifying it on. The reason why I say is because you guys know I follow Anton and I listen to him talk basically every day. And he said Detroit's Riverwalk was better than Chicago's Riverwalk.
Hey, see, that's why
I'm not here for the Detroit versus everybody conversation.
See, that's why I see. Never mind. Go ahead, finish your story.
I've seen both. And I'm like, yo,
you want to tell
me what is? I mean, I guess it's because there's the two things that I noticed.
Is it next to Belle Isle? Because Belle Isle is dope.
Oh, I don't know.
Okay, I don't know. That's like right across from Canada, but it's like next to downtown. It's like a little snug.
The Riverwalk.
I don't know if that's the Riverwalk. I know the Detroit. I think it's the Detroit River.
Yes, that's the Riverwalk. Yeah.
All right. I know people love their city, but man,
I was just gonna say that Antoine from Detroit, right?
Yeah,
people ain't objective now.
Yeah, I'm looking like, bro. Where's the restaurants? Where's the the river attractions, where's the people do kayaking or people at bars and food and all this stuff. Where's all this stuff at? And the only thing I can think of as to the reason why he would say that, I mean, I saw him put up a list, and Detroit was number 1 and Chicago was number 3. But the only reason I can think of is there's more water in between, right? There's a further space from Canada to Chicago, Detroit to Canada, because you can literally see Canada across the bridge or whatever on the other side of the water. But those are the two things. You have more water, so there's more space for water travel, and there's Canada on the other side of the water. Those are the only two things.
I guess that's dope.
Yeah, man, it was. I was very underwhelmed when I looked at it, because I'm like, this is about to be dope. It's been amped up and all that stuff. Nah.
You know what? That's kind of how I felt when I went to the Detroit Auto Show, right? Because I didn't know we went maybe going on 3 years ago, but I was expecting like Chicago Auto Show, and I didn't know Chicago's was the biggest one, and Detroit really only had the big 4 there, so Ford, Chrysler, Chevy, and whoever the fuck else. Yeah, them. So it was really underwhelming. I mean, it was like, damn, I traveled like 4 hours to get here. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? I mean, I've been to Detroit before, but it was just like, but it's good to see Detroit is coming around, man. I like to see cities progress, just like Milwaukee to the north of us. Milwaukee, if y'all can get on Milwaukee level, Detroit, I'm trying. Milwaukee is.
Yeah, and that's another thing.
And they got a river walk that I haven't.
Like even the downtown area, right?
Mm-hmm.
Walking through downtown, I'm like, yo,
they got the people mover.
This ain't got nothing on Chicago, bro. Like,
you said it was better in Chicago?
Well, he talks about it from a business standpoint.
It probably is. I mean, shit.
I don't know
shit,
the business aspect of it. I'm talking about for from a viewership standpoint. From
Detroit is for sale.
How it looks
aesthetically.
Thank you. That's the word I was looking for. Aesthetically, it has nothing on Chicago.
I don't think really it's a fair comparison. I think Detroit has like I said, I went some years ago back in around 2014. Then I came again in like 2021. I see that there was a lot of progression going on. It's really on the come up. I don't think Detroit at this time is really rivaling Chicago as far as that. But I do like Belle Isle. I think that was pretty dope. I don't know. Maybe the suburbs. Maybe they can compare the suburbs. But when we're talking about city versus city.
Yeah, that's what I'm thinking. Like, I don't know what these things are comparing, because
when you start comparing city versus city, Chicago really don't come second to a lot of cities. Like, you're gonna pick Chicago over a lot of cities.
You will.
It's not too many on the list. It's a
here
short
it is,
list.
right here.
Oh, see, I said Milwaukee, Little Riverfront.
Yeah, it's not too many cities Chicago coming second to.
See, we number 3 and Detroit is number. The only two things I could say is there's more water in between islands between Detroit and Canada. Yeah. And Canada is on the other side.
I gotta go back.
In fact, Canada looked better from my viewpoint than Detroit.
Windsor, right?
Go back, put it back up.
I think it's Windsor, Canada.
Detroit, Milwaukee, Chicago, Wilmington, Art Crossing, Historic Arkansas, San Antonio, Tampa, top 8.
That's interesting. But shout out to Detroit. The people of Detroit. I got some family out there.
I thought San Antonio would be up there because San Antonio is kind of known for their riverwalk.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
Is San Antonio known for their like that's what that town is known for.
No, I think Sierra said, "All right, stop talking about my city like this."
No, I like Detroit.
No, I like it. I like it. It's definitely smaller than Chicago.
Detroit,
Detroit decent, man.
It's definitely smaller than Chicago.
Definitely
overall.
cool people. The people is cool.
Y'all
got some work to do, but the people cool.
You said San Antonio?
Yeah, San Antonio. That's what they known for. They known for their riverwalk.
San Antonio.
That's the only reason most people go to San Antonio. Ain't nothing else in San Antonio but a riverwalk.
So two more things. One, I saw the Beetlejuice movie while I was out there.
Okay.
It's an all right watch. The first one wasn't without a doubt better.
Sideways when they try to remake it.
It's like 20 years later now. Almost it's like what 98 or something
Is it
like that.
part 2 or is it a remake?
Part 2. It's a continuation.
Okay, but it's like with the Bad Boys. Like y'all wait so fucking long.
I don't know, man. But the third thing was there's a place in downtown. It's called. Oh my goodness! Hold on. Let me.
In downtown Detroit.
Yeah.
It's called Coney's.
No, it's hold on. Oh wait, I think it's.
What is it, Sierra?
Coney's is good.
Sweetwater, I think.
Coney's is good though. This shit all right.
Sweetwater. Yeah, I think this is it right here. So yeah, this is it right here. Sweetwater Tavern. Oh my God. Yes, this food.
It was busting.
It was. Oh my.
All right,
God.
well, put that in the group chat. Somebody. I mean, yeah, in the group chat, we gonna go ahead and go to Detroit one day after I go.
It's already coming. It's coming. You know, we had that coming
after
up.
I go to some more cosmopolitan ass cities.
Yeah, it was. That food was good.
So is it a bar or what is it?
It's a bar tavern.
Bar tavern. Okay.
What part of Detroit is that in? I've heard is it
downtown.
called Corktown?
I don't know.
Maybe Sierra know. I've heard there's something called Corktown or some shit. I heard that's busting over there.
What's the address on there?
400 East Congress Street, Detroit, Michigan 48226. Sierra said only the downtown one though. Don't do the suburbs. It'd be like that.
Click directions and see what is that actually in Detroit.
Yes, in the downtown.
Okay, it's in downtown. Okay, I didn't know.
Corktown, yeah, I heard Corktown. I gotta check that out.
Yeah, she said Corktown is nice. That's close.
So what
by.
is that?
I see that's Bill Out. I was talking about right there to the right, right, just to the right.
Right.
Go over a little bit. Over. See that green space right here? The green space down. Over. Across the river.
Oh.
That's Bill Owl. That's pretty dope. Like,
how you get over that ferry?
no, it's a bridge.
Okay,
It's like a bridge.
Oh yeah, you see it right.
Across over.
Okay.
Because it's not too far from like you're in Martin. How they had the building for Martin.
Yeah.
Like I thought that building was a lot bigger.
Yeah, I forgot you. You're a real black historian. You went to go look for the building.
Yeah, I mean we in Detroit, ain't shit else to do. But
Sierra gonna fly up and leave Sierra Town alone.
But the Riverwalk. You know what I'm saying?
What's Sierra say?
She said, "Did you get on the big slide at Belle Isle every day?"
Hell no, but I would. I'd be looking for shit to do when I go to people's cities. So I definitely come back to Detroit. It's been a minute.
Yeah,
I like to explore within the Midwest because we do got a lot of still great cities. I've been to Grand Rapids, Mackinac Island, Mackinac City, so all that type of shit.
Yeah, man, that was my last week. It was fun though. It was very, very fun. Definitely, you'll be back. So let's get into the. You fellas remember this lady? I don't know if you do. Danger from For the Love of Ray J.
No,
I don't be watching none of that type of shit.
All right, well, this is her. Hopefully, hold on, let me take this down for some.
That's her with the little fade too.
Okay, ain't nothing crazy, but yeah, that's her right there.
Oh shit! What happened to her?
Oh shoot!
You still planning on going to Vegas?
Where did it go? I don't know. I don't know where this came from, but anyway, she was one of those. Oh man, it's gonna lose all of my things. Yep. God dang it. I'll pull it up again, but basically, she went on a rant, and she was placing a certain group of people on that was to blame for how her life turned out. Come on, man. Why this is moving so slow?
Little technical difficulties today. So she was blaming people, a group of people, about how her life turned out.
Yes. Let's see. Here we go.
That's interesting. Ooh, she got a tattoo on her face?
Yes, sir.
And we could actually discuss her.
What did I just click? Okay.
Oh, my goodness.
From all black people, my life would have been way better. Like, way better. If I had just married a nice white boy from my neighborhood growing up or from my church and lived in the suburbs and finished college, yeah, I'd probably be a doctor or a lawyer, and I probably would have had a totally normal, wonderful life without any drama at all, without any abuse at all. Like, I could have just found a nice person and married them, and they wouldn't have been black, and my life would have been awesome. I wouldn't have been in the hospitals. I wouldn't have been in the jails or the prisons. I wouldn't have gotten attacked. And 100% of the people who attacked me were black. 100% of them were black. 100% of the people that I've had to fight were black. 100% of the people that watch that show that are already with just being on social media again are. And you know, what's interesting about this whole thing, right, is had I not been so empathetic to the black situation, and had I not really just known about the history and read so many books in college, I read Elaine Brown's book, she's a Black Panther. I read a lot of the Black Panthers books in college.
What is she?
I was definitely about to look that up.
Because I'm like,
I don't even know her real name. Hold on.
Like, what is she? Because
she mentions it in that video.
I don't want to hear her no more. She looked mixed herself. So.
Well, she mentions it in the video. I know you don't want to hear her talk, but she said she's mixed, definitely.
She's mixed, and you know, this is no disrespect to anybody that's maybe mixed in the in the cloud or whatever, or you know, just mixed people. But a lot of times there's a bunch of confusion going on up there. So, you know, it seems like they have a hard time. I.e. Drake. I mean, you know, I use Drake or whoever, but it's like you don't know which side you want to kind of pick, and then you pick the black side, so then you pick the black side, and now it's the black side fault for the direction. When you pick the wrong group of people to hang out on that side, you could have picked the wrong group of white people or Asian people and hung out with them and ended up in the same situation. So it's black people's fault, and you too old to have that tattoo on your face.
I think she's pushing 40.
You around my age doing tats on the face.
She had it. She's basically, her story behind it is.
Oh, okay, her story. You wrote on your face.
She said that she tried to use it as a way to make herself not as attractive, so she wouldn't get as approached as much.
Okay, that's
you believe
stupid.
that, and you took that as a valid answer for you to tattoo your face.
I didn't say I believe. I didn't say I believed it. I'm just saying, repeating what she said.
You just repeat what she said.
This says Latina and black.
So when you heard her say that, what was your first thought to your mind?
That's stupid.
Okay, I just wanted to make sure you ain't totally going off the rails a little bit.
No, that's stupid. That's stupid. And why would you do just a portion of your face if that were the case?
So why, if she's Latina and black, why didn't she say, well, I could have been with a nice Latino boy, or she went straight to a white dude?
Yeah, and I agree. Be Humble said she can't blame others. Take responsibility for your own actions. He said probably Asian and white. She's probably Asian and white. Sierra said nobody told her to go on For the Love of Ray J. Go ahead, Ma. What you got?
Bro, because I just like, and y'all know me. Y'all know this is why I don't really fuck with people. And I don't say black, white, Spanish. I'm talking about people, human race. People love to blame other people for shit that they fucked up. Because you pick bad characters. You pick the bad baby daddy. You pick the bad baby mama. You pick the bad. Instead of you going left, you went right. Instead of you going right, you went left. It's just you made a bad decision. Take responsibility, like Be Humble said. Us as people, we love blaming shit on other people. You love blaming shit on your parents and you 45. Like, bro, for real, like, take accountability for, like, as people, take accountability for what the fuck you have done and the decisions you have made. Ain't nobody putting no gun to your head telling you to do none of the shit you did. You did that shit. Ain't nobody you talking about you put a tattoo on your face. I don't even think, who gonna take you serious? Like, it just kills me and baffles me that us as people, and I say this shit all the time because I'm included. I'm a person. I'm a people.
You're a human.
Yeah, I'm a human. It's like, you know, so I made bad decisions too, but I don't blame other people for my bad decisions I made. That's on me. It ain't got nothing to do with nobody else. That's strictly on me.
Yep.
I fell today on the bike. That was my fault.
It's the manufacturer's fault.
No, hell no.
It's
the God for putting that wet spot right there. He should never made water.
Look, they even put a sign right there that says slippery when wet.
That's God. God should never made water. We should be thirsty for the rest of our lives.
No, you know what we do as humans, just like I did. Boy, fuck that sign. You know what I'm saying?
And then, but you didn't blame everybody else for you falling though, because you still did what you did.
I fell and looked silly, and I was like, damn, there's people looking.
But it's just bad, and I know y'all heard me say this plenty of times. That's why I don't like people, because people don't want to take responsibility for the things that they have done. Like I always say, people say what they say. You say blah blah blah, yeah, but then when you put the but ain't shit. But fuck everything I said previously. This is what I really meant.
Right.
That's why it ain't no buts when I say something. If I take accountability, hey, I did that. My bad. It ain't nothing else after that. Yeah. Ain't no but. It's me. It was totally me. I'm sorry for what I done. But people, as humans, we love blaming things on other people. And that shit just like, that's why I don't like fucking with people. I don't like fucking with niggas. Cause y'all, it's always somebody else's fault. It's never totally just your fault. It's never you just blaming yourself and be like, man, I fucked up. I'm an asshole for doing that or whatever. And I'm one of the hardest people on a lot of people. I'm even more harder on myself because I know better. But I constantly still do fucked up shit sometimes. But I don't blame nobody for it. It's me. It ain't got nothing to do with nobody else.
Right.
Hey, I got a joke for y'all.
It's like for real.
Got a joke for y'all. What's the difference between a nigga and a black man?
Oh, I meant to say something, but I was too busy driving, and I got busy last night. I remember what you
Jerry, what's the difference between a nigga and a black man?
Oh, a nigga tell you to come check it out. A black man let you go about your business.
Okay. Jerry?
Education?
I'm just fucking with Jerry. I mean, with Spaces, I'm sorry.
Spaces?
I answer if you want me to.
Let Spaces.
Oh, let Spaces go?
Yeah.
What's the difference between
a nigga and a black man?
He don't want to say it, though. The N-word in the black man, Jerry.
I don't know.
Yeah. A nigga wouldn't know the difference. I just thought that was hilarious. I was watching Deep Cover last night with Larry Fishburne, and the white officer was asking, he was like a sergeant, I don't know what the fuck he was, but he was asking his officers, black officers that. And that shit was just hilarious.
I was just finna go deep as hell too, because I thought you were talking about.
That's what I was thinking. Like
I was finna go. Responsibility, responsibility, because niggas ain't gonna take responsibility for what they done.
See, black people, I'm gonna say, yep, deep cover. Yeah, that's it. That is hilarious to me.
Yeah, I was like, how serious does he want this answer to be? I don't know.
No, you did right. You said you don't know, and I had an answer for you.
But yeah, that clip just shows me, like, and it just really put stuff in perspective of how I view humans. Like, we just don't like taking responsibility for what we did in our actions. You always want to be like, yeah, I did that, but you did this to make. No, you still did what you did. It's just, it is what it is. Like, I don't like when people like to blame other people for their mistakes and their mishaps. It's okay to take responsibility for what you have done. It's totally fine. That means you're growing up and you're growing as an adult. That means you're going to change something because you take a responsibility for it and you know what you've done wrong. But if you don't know what you've done wrong, you're not going to take responsibility for it, so you're going to keep doing it. It doesn't matter.
What is a tattoo of? It look like somebody sitting on her face. Like, what is that?
I don't know. Let's see.
Is that a bell pepper?
And
like a dildo.
Oh, I ain't want to. I did look kind of look weird.
Like a dildo.
Ain't gonna lie.
Let's see. I'm not sure.
But yeah, though, man, that's one of my biggest pet peeves.
That was exactly.
Yeah, Clifton Powell said he didn't know.
My goodness. But that's exactly what my thought process was when I saw it.
Yeah.
This video is like, come on, man. Are we really gonna let this ride, bro? Are we really? I didn't even look at the comments on the video. But are we really gonna let this ride? Are we really gonna just let her sit here and say, yeah, it's black people's fault? It's black people's fault. If I would have did this, I would have. First of all, we could. Okay, you would have had a better life if you would have married stuck with white people and all this stuff. Okay, explain Britney Spears.
What you mean, man?
Britney Spears. That's a whole story in itself. But basically, long story short, the story is somebody in her circle kept feeding her pills or whatever that basically fried her brain.
Oh, okay.
That's what I understand.
Prayers up, go to it.
It seems like this lady here, she's just speaking. Under being with black people, the well dried up. There's no more money to be made. So now she got to,
save face.
Save face. Shit on black people and try to get under the white people regime. To try to make some money over there, or go get a white dude, or whatever it is. Excuse me.
But you say married as she say like they would have wanted to marry her though. She said I like a white man would have wanted to marry her though.
I wouldn't doubt that she did have a plethora of people trying to come at her.
Because she was an attractive young lady.
Yeah. She had
but
countless men trying to come at her.
But was she marriage material though?
She could
have.
You
could be attractive and still not marriage material.
Well, that's the thing because I'm thinking about like what's her name, Melissa Ford, right?
Mm-hmm.
Ebony K. Williams.
Mm-hmm.
Not ugly women, attractive women, fit women.
They all got something in common too.
And that's what I'm saying. Like you can be the most attractive woman in the world and not be married, but you can be a cold ass 5'6" and have like 16 kids, living in a mansion somewhere on a hill somewhere and having a great life.
Yeah, and that's what I'm saying. Like I it's tough for me to listen to her talk and say, how did you not know what you were signing up for by going on For the Love of Ray J? How did you not know?
That would be a great question. All them people that went on them date reality shows, are they married now? Have they been married for at least 5 to 6 years plus?
I would wager a good 80% of them are not.
I would too. I agree with you on that.
Because like, what are you looking at Jerry?
I've been over this shit. You should put it up there. I've been over this a long time ago.
Be Humble says she only wanted to be on TV, as do most of them, right? Like I definitely agree. She wanted to use her pretty privilege, her feminine privilege, and get on TV and get in position, get an opportunity. And she didn't make the best choices for herself along the way. That's it. That's all. I'm sure you had lawyers and doctors and all different types of people, successful people that were coming at you, but you still chose the worst of them all. Constantly. Stop it.
Yeah. Well, good luck to her. I will never see her no more on this show.
Yeah, man, that was just wild. I'm like, come on, stop.
Well, y'all, I ain't see nothing about that. I ain't even gonna lie to you on the internet. You can tell I don't be on the internet because I don't be seeing none of this shit.
Oh, I chose the wrong thing. I'm like, what the heck? All right, so kind of old news, but new to the podcast. We didn't get a chance to get around to it.
Oh, so we just gonna do the clip?
As opposed to what?
I'm just asking. I'm just asking.
Oh yeah, I was like, what, did I miss something?
No. I just want to know.
Yes. So check this out. We all heard the story about Cam Newton, but here's the video, and we'll talk about it.
My situation, and I think that I'm not high function.
What situation?
See my situation. That's a very vague question, and it's for you.
What situation are you referring to that they're looking at and thinking is not high function?
Just my life.
Your life entirely, or your life in relationships?
My life.
See, don't deflect. Let's stay here. Your life entirely, or your life in relationships?
Both, really.
And they think that you're low functioning.
No, I don't.
You just said people see your life and think you're not high functioning. The opposite of that would be low.
No. Okay, so here you go. You're trying to take my intentions away from, this is, can I correct it?
Yeah, go ahead.
Or can I give you more?
Yeah, some more information. Heck yeah.
So, I'm not married, right? I have beautiful children,
I'm sorry. I got to stop and ask this question.
right?
Naps and Beauty, Sierra. How would you feel your man wearing pants like this and got his legs crossed like this? We talked about it before, but I'm just curious because that's just it's cringy to see that for me. But
What, at the hip, first at the ankle, like they say? Because, you know, a lot of men cross their legs. But
right, yeah.
But you're trying to say, because his is at the hip, above the knee. No, I'm just, you laughing, but I'm trying to get where you're really coming from with it. I'm trying to break it down. So you're saying at the hip?
Yeah, it's all, Be Humble said men aren't to sit like that. He said Cam Newton is a joke. But, yeah, I mean, that's part of it. That's a part of it. But it's also the fact that it's like he's leaned back. You know,
He's chilling.
When I've seen men sit like this, they're sitting up. It's like then he got the super tight pants on too. It's like, ugh.
I fuck with Cam though. I can't even lie to you. I really fuck with Cam. I don't fuck with this part about him have. I don't agree with the baby mama and all that shit. But overall, Cam Newton, because I fuck with him as he's a football player. Auburn, I like his story. I like everything he did about that. I fucks with Cam.
Yeah, it's a dope person.
Yeah, I fucks with Cam.
I have beautiful children.
How many?
8.
I didn't do my research. I thought it was 4, but 8. Okay.
No, baby.
Cool.
It's
By how
8.
many women?
3. And this is the kicker. I want more. Now,
By multiple women? What's the intent?
I
You're
just want
saying,
God
about
to
your
bring
wife?
him. I just want God to bring him.
Oh, okay. And you have, so you just.
Because my point is this. My desire to get married is lower than my fear of divorce. So, as you would say it, Dr. Brian, you said it, I didn't say it, I will agree. I'm just taking my time.
Drinking and driving is a decision that could change your whole world. You can face. Next time
That's
you're out
essentially the
drinking,
clip
call
that
Uber
went
or get
crazy.
pulled over.
But
Action-based. You're not taking your time.
I am, though.
You're being very action-based. You're not taking your time. You're being very action-based.
I'm taking my time.
You're being very action-based. You have 8 kids with 3 different women.
Yes.
You are creating, procreating, and multiplying. That is not taking your time. You're being very selectively active. Okay? So you're creating, and disclaimer, the kids are innocent. They are beautiful and amazing. Anything I say has nothing to do with them babies because I can't wait to be a mom, and I love the kids, period.
by the way, I heard this lady was also 40, not married, and no kids. By the way.
Hold on. I want to pause that, right? And I want to piggyback off what you just said, too. Does that still negate what she said?
No, not at all. Not at all. I'm just saying, like, we were just talking about Ebony K. Williams and Melissa Ford and the Danger Girl.
Yeah,
like,
but
you can't wait to be a mother. You ain't. Come on, you're not an ugly lady.
Yeah.
You're fit.
Uh-huh.
You have clients that where I'm sure you have all kinds of corporate connections where you have men coming at you.
Uh-huh.
How has it not happened if you really wanted?
But what I'm saying is, because I'm a believer in doing the same thing you just did too. It's about why are we trying to take from what she said in her message? Because you say that, and then people try to go that route instead of like, no, let's just stay strictly on what she was talking about in her message. Not talking about her personal life and nothing like that. What she said was completely true.
Yeah, I'm not denying that.
So I don't think we should, and I'm not jumping on you. I'm talking about I'm putting everybody in this boat because everybody do it. Because I've done it before too. When you don't kind of like what somebody said, so you bring up like, but you ain't got this and you ain't got that and you ain't done this. But listen to the message. We're not talking about the messenger. We're talking about the message.
Well, this is where I'm glad we're having this conversation because I always wonder where we can draw parallels in what people are saying versus what they're doing, right? Like she in one situation, somebody could tell her, well, you don't have kids, so you can't tell him nothing. You're not married either, so you can't tell him nothing.
Okay, so it's a crackhead out here smoking crack. He say don't smoke crack. You gonna still go smoke it?
Well, this is
it's like the same thing, is it? Is it not? You still I'm not looking at the messenger. I'm looking at the message. He said don't smoke crack. I don't give a fuck what he doing in his personal life. I know not to smoke crack.
Of course, not going to smoke crack, man.
My point exactly.
We're talking about. This is what I'm saying. Like when it comes to specifically with kids, some people say, "Don't tell me what to do with my kids because you don't have none. And if you did have your own, worry about your own." So which one is it?
And I just
because this person is telling a man with kids, 8 kids, 3 different women, which is absolutely insane, by the way, that, oh, you're creating this and that and you're doing this and that, which I'm not taking away from that. Is that's what she's saying is absolutely true. It's absolutely true. I'm just saying that aspect of the interview got outshined or didn't even really get mentioned at all by much of anybody for Cam Newton having 3 child's mothers with 8 and having 8 kids.
Oh, so they got on her for not having no kids or nothing at all, but you're talking about him.
Right.
Oh, so that's what the people were saying.
Yeah.
And that's why I'm going by when I say, and I'm included too, I think everybody does this. To your point, everybody want to use it to their point to try to prove their point. Like, how you going to try to talk about me and this and you doing this and
right.
And that's the only thing I'm saying. I'm not saying that I'm jumping on you. I'm just saying we need to pull away from that type of thing and just listen to the message sometimes. Because a lot of people get in their feelings and not being adult about it, because I call that being adult about it, because you want to be like a kid, like, oh, you ain't got this and you ain't done this. How you going to tell me? But I'm giving you some valid information. Like, if it don't matter, to me, it don't matter who give you the information. I ain't saying go follow them.
Right.
I'm saying about if the message is there. If the message is right, the message is right. It don't matter who really say it.
See,
what?
When he sit back like that?
He listened, though.
But no, I think that's another aspect of the conversation, though. That's another aspect of the conversation. Because, all things contribute.
Nah, I look at it as like, okay, like if we take it from the political thing we got going on, Trump and Kamala. I don't want to get her name wrong. But so if I say, well, what has Kamala, what are her policies? Their response is going to be, what are Trump policies?
We're not talking about her. We're not talking.
Right. So if
I'm voting for you, so what the fuck is your policies?
Right. Well, you know what I'm saying? If we're having a discussion, it always turns, you know what I'm saying? So
Facts.
it's always a stalemate
Facts.
there. Right. So, but in this situation, to me, is she's somebody that Cam Newton brought on the show. Right. She's a doctor, psychologist, psychiatrist,
therapist,
psychotherapist. Cool.
Yeah.
So I don't even know why what she got going on even really matter, because he brought her on the show. Mm-hmm. He knows the questions.
Yeah.
Right. She's a professional. So what she got? I mean, that's like me wondering what the fuck the doctor got going on. You know what I mean? Or just anything in life. It's like, dude, you brought her on the show. I know he didn't have a problem with it, but for everybody else, it's like, okay, y'all pointing fingers at her. But this is her profession. This is what she do. She's trying to help you get to
better your life.
Yeah, better your life.
And that's what the conversation before, not taking responsibility and want to point fingers at everything else. That's a key thing, and not taking responsibility for what you got going on. You worry about other this stuff. I'm talking about fixing your household right now. I'm not talking about my house.
Yeah.
We're trying to fix yours.
I don't give a fuck what you say, bro. You not finna, you had kids all over the place. You're not going to, be a proper parent to all of them.
Especially while having a career.
Yeah, and having a career. But just having kids here, there, one's in one state. Because he's an athlete. So, he probably ain't going to live in the same state as all the kids. He's probably going to live in the same state as the current baby mama.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So, I mean.
But what she said was all true. And we've been saying that. We are big advocates on family. We say that shit all the time. We've been talking about this since we had a pod. That we do not condone that shit whatsoever.
Facts.
I don't give a fuck how much money you have. Because people don't look at it like, oh, I got enough money to take care of them. But okay, you got 8 kids, like she said, you got 8 kids with 3 different baby mamas. You with the 3rd baby mama and your 2 kids, right? They wake up with you on Christmas and open gifts. Where are the other 6 kids? With their stepfather opening up gifts in that house that you bought.
Or just something as simple as your kids somewhere in another state or away, and they fall, they hurt themselves. You know what I'm saying? They looking for their father. They need, somebody to console them.
And then you makes division amongst the kids. Because now the kids looking at you love them more than you love me. You was there with them all the time.
No, I love their mama more.
See, but it makes division amongst the kids too. You had Pops there. Pops was with you all the time. Yeah. He wasn't with me. Fuck what he talking about. I don't care what he say.
Right.
It makes division.
Yeah, absolutely. And you are absolutely right. You are absolutely right. And that's one of the things that I think about when I hear men having multiple children with multiple different women. That's literally the first thing I think about.
Right.
Is how are you involved in all of their lives?
It's a true fact. You're giving one more attention than you're giving the other.
I got everybody some shoes for
But you ain't giving them the attention. That attention they need. You wasn't there. They weren't, even if, bro,
well, my daddy wasn't there.
But bro, what people fail to realize is a kid waking up to you in the house, knowing that you sleeping next to their mother when they come busting in the room, is way much love than any other thing you can do. You waking up in that house is a big deal. Even if you coming in 2, 3 in the morning because you was at work, you was doing whatever when they wake up and they finna go brush them teeth and they see you in that house, that is a big deal. That's something big right there. People don't understand how big that is to kids. For you to be there, you just gotta be there. You can figure everything else out there. When you in the household together and we going over these rules and regulations, what's in this household, you being there is a big deal. People I don't get why men don't realize that. You can throw all the money at a problem all you want to, but you there. That's a big deal. That's a very big deal.
I think it's a big problem too that he said he wants more. I think so how are you going now? That brings questions to my head. How are you going to navigate this now? How are you going to navigate this? Are you going to make what you at 3 for 8? You at a 3-8 ratio. So what are you going to make 4 and 9?
I don't even blame him.
4 and 12.
Looking at the women.
Yeah, after a while.
I start looking at the women.
It's kind of like, dude,
you know why I don't?
Having babies by him?
You know why I don't?
Why?
Because they're looking at him as a paycheck anyway.
Well, that's your fault.
But that's still a right. Because people get on me. I had this conversation with a couple young ladies, right? He's one guy that fucked up 3 women. So I blame them women. Let's reverse the role. If it was that one woman and she fucked over 8 dudes, I look at them 8 dudes like, why the fuck are you still having babies with this one woman when she already had them many baby daddies? So I don't look at the particular who have all the kids. I look at the opposite. Because what told you to go have some more kids by that person that has all those people already? That's the way I look at it.
Specifically for men in the entertainment industry, the first thing that comes to my mind when it comes to why they would do it is because they're looking at them as a paycheck.
But
that's the wrong way to look at this.
And that's
you're
your
right.
morals
I'm
fucked up.
not
Your
agreeing
morals
with
and compass is fucked up.
Yeah, I'm not agreeing with it.
I'm
I'm
gonna
just
have
saying
a
that's
baby by
that's
him.
just how it works. Like I forget what is it? Oh my goodness, it's Bow Wow's. It sounds so ghetto. Bow Wow's baby mama has another baby, has a baby with somebody in another person in music, and now is having a third child with somebody that's a football player, if I'm not mistaken.
I know exactly what you're talking about. I think it's it Diggs? I think it's Diggs probably. Baby. I don't know. I might be mistaken. Forgive me, Diggs, if you watching this, but you're supposed to be, matter of fact, motherfucker, y'all fucked up today, Dallas. It's another thing for another show. I'm kind of triggered by that too. But it is a football player. She got 3 babies by 3 different football players.
Okay.
Matter of fact, we not talking about that person, but what's her name? Who had the baby by the boy from the Houston Rockets? Young boy, 23.
Oh, I know who you talking. I know who you talking. Drea Michelle. Yeah,
Drea Michelle.
Yeah.
Guess what? She has another baby by a dude, Tyrod Taylor, who played for the Jets too. And they going through a battle right now about her getting out of this man's house because she didn't have another baby by him.
Sierra said Nick Cannon in Future, prime example.
She Ocho Cinco. I love all these football players. We just using you because y'all got these kids. We using y'all. Don't try to say we throwing shots or nothing. We fuck with y'all or whatever. But y'all are some of the poster childs for having this and fucking up black homes.
I don't give no fuck about them niggas. Boy, rent on the 1st of the month.
Rent
is due. Fuck about you.
Going back, Nasty Beauty said, looks like he's dipping in his BM's closet. Talking about Cam Newton's clothes. Be Humble said he think he has money in the bank. You can't tell him nothing. Sierra said, that's crazy. SMH like kids are collective items. Nasty Beauty said, this is similar to childish people commenting on other children's behavior. And that's what I'm getting at, Nasty Beauty. I think we're on the same thought process. It's like if Maul come, we have get-togethers over my house, right? And every time I have a get-together over my house, when people start getting there, my house dish is still in the sink. The floor still needs to be swept. Got clothes all over everywhere. That's supposed to already be. I'm supposed to prepare my house before people come over there. Now, if every time I have a get together, my house is dirty, then I go over Maul's house when he has a get together and say, "Maul, you need to wash your dishes." What's the first thing he gonna say?
I said you're right, but I'm saying, is that right though?
But she's a professional that he brought on the show. This isn't a random person.
But I think it's still, even with random people, I still think it's okay because we're not talking about me right now. We're talking about you. That's like when we get in an argument and I told you, "Hey man, you did this, and this, and I didn't like." But nigga, you still owe me this, and you did this. Hold on.
Well, what I'm saying with her is sometimes random people can't just comment on my life. You know what I'm saying? Because I wasn't talking to you. But if I'm talking to you, and you know what I'm saying, I brought you in. If you're a random person, I brought you in to comment on my life, then that's one thing. He brought her in. She's a professional to comment on his life. I'm trying to figure out what's the problem.
I'm with you on that.
I meant to listen to this entire conversation because I don't know if that was her purpose. I think that's just kind of where the conversation went.
He brought her. Bro, you think she would have been a random woman? Should have just been on the show?
No, I mean, like, he brought her on to have a conversation, but I don't think he brought her on for this particular part of their conversation specifically.
But that's how it started. He said, people think this of me, and he started breaking it down.
But that's what I'm saying. I don't necessarily think that that's what she was there for, to be a therapist, to tell him anything about how I think, and that's why I say I don't know. I need to listen to the entire interview.
But if we're having a conversation, it's going to come up.
And that's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying because it's been, from what I'm hearing from y'all, it sounded like she's a therapist. He brought her on the show, so he should have known that this was going to happen. I don't think that was the purpose of her being there. I think it was there to talk.
It's like if the nigga would have bring a auto mechanic on the show, and he started talking about, see, people think my car, and then the auto mechanic is telling, yeah, your car is doing this, this, and this. He's an auto mechanic. He's special, so we gonna talk about it.
Right, and I'm not disagreeing. I'm saying I don't know one way or the other if her purpose was there to be like a therapist to him, or for them to talk about whatever.
You think that matters?
Well, I think when we trying to say, well, she's a therapist, so he's therapizing her.
No, I'm just saying, I'm not even looking at the therapist part. I'm looking at them having a conversation, and we're going back and forth. Yeah. And I just gave you some advice.
Yeah, and I'm not disagreeing. I want to specify that I'm not disagreeing that her being a therapist, that stuff shouldn't have come up. I'm saying there's a difference in somebody being there for a specific purpose versus it just coming out in conversation.
Well, he could have not said nothing about him. I mean,
I agree.
He brought himself up, and you're talking to a therapist. Otherwise, I don't have to watch the whole. I don't have time to watch everybody's shit. So I wouldn't see no other reason to even bring her on the show. So we can talk about who and what else. Who else we going to talk about?
Because the way the conversation started off, he was talking about, I'm high functioning. They were talking about high functioning and high value. And he said he was high functioning. Or something like that.
Yeah, that whole.
That's how it started.
Her and she started explaining that. It may even be in this clip.
Yeah, but it's
that part was nonsense.
Yeah,
but yeah, I mean, look, everybody know like psychiatrists and psychologists, they got shit going on within their own person. They need to see psychs and
they do. They should have them. They should have a psychiatrist.
They do, but it doesn't negate that they still may have good and pertinent information.
I think we had this conversation in one of the group chats where me and a couple of the other guys, and I was saying about, because they were saying they didn't fuck with a person. And I was like, but if they give you good advice, you still wouldn't take it. No, because I don't fuck with that person. I'm like, what? So if they give you, even though they did what they did, if they give you good money managing advice that can help you make some money, you're not going to take that advice? Just because you don't like them as a person?
I definitely take advice from somebody that I don't like if it makes sense and it's something that I can do.
Yeah.
But that's what I'm saying about. But that's what I was saying in the group chat. But they was like, but I don't mess with this person, and this person did this. I'm like, bro, but they're giving you sound advice, stuff that makes sense to you, but you're not going to use it because you just don't like them.
I guess it depends on how often you're going to come across a person that you don't like that you're going to be actually listening to them.
But it was a clip off like social media.
Yeah,
and they were saying that they don't like what that person did, and they did this, that, and the third.
All right, no. What I'm saying is that. Okay, say whoever, like if I didn't like Trump or whatever, or Kamala, okay, and they had some information. I'm not looking for the information from them. Yeah. So like something comes on or whatever, I'll breeze right over that because it's not nothing. I don't care what they talking about
'Cause I don't
because I'm not
fuck with
even looking at them.
Yeah, okay, I get you.
You
Okay,
know
I
what I'm
understand
saying?
that.
Now,
Okay,
if
I
somebody directly said, "Hey, I think you should check this out from Trump or Kamala or whatever. This might be helpful for you in your situation." Then I'll listen to it. Okay, yeah. But in general, I probably wouldn't naturally go out and look for stuff from them.
Okay. Yeah.
Sierra said, Bow Wow, Future, and a football player.
Yeah. I think it was Diggs.
That
It was Diggs
one
there.
girl.
I think it was Diggs there. It was probably Diggs.
Okay, man. Shout out to her, man. Getting them some money, man. These niggas are stupid, man.
Straight up.
Anton talked about him. It was Diggs.
Okay. Yeah, I can look it up while we talking.
No, he ain't got to say. I was just.
But you are proactively choosing where you want to be active at and where you want to take your time. You want to take your time in having a wife because of your own fears. But you will, and I say this with all respect and love, what I'm about to say next, okay, Cam? But you will selfishly create broken families, even if you're in their life and you're a proactive father, and I believe you're an amazing daddy. I can only imagine with just your presence and knowing you thus far. But these families are still broken. Every child cannot have Papa in the house with them. So some child, if not all, will end up with some kind of deficit without daddy being there. Now, you chose to do that.
I think a lot of times the people who probably had the real issue with that is the same people who got all these kids every fucking well. You know what I mean? And you know what I mean? Because I don't see nothing that she's saying wrong.
I agree.
Point exactly.
Yeah, I agree.
Point exactly.
Like, we start pointing to shit that has nothing to... we got an alternator problem, and you want to tell me about the lights out in the back. I don't care about none of that. She's telling me about the alternator problem here.
Right, yeah.
I need to get my car started.
Yeah,
These lights back. Work. But that's what I was saying about we as people, and I think all of us, I think everybody has generally done this before, because you didn't like what was coming up, the message. You want to try to find and go around like, well, your house ain't clean either, and you doing this. We're not talking about that right now. We're talking about this right here. Is this true, what she just said? What she just said was 100% facts.
Yeah, absolutely.
So why are we going about talking about she don't have no kids and she's 40 plus and she don't have a man and this, that, and the third? That's not got nothing to do with nothing.
And I think the issue is that people will offer up information to you, and then when you have a opinion about the information that they gave you,
thank you,
or they ask you a question, they don't like your answer or your opinion, then keep your issues and shit you got to your fucking self.
Thank you.
Like, don't just offer up information, because every time you offer up information, I'm the type of person, I'm going to have an opinion about it. So I might not be the person that you will. I'm not just here so you can just talk and then I ain't going to have no opinion. That's part of dialogue, too, and being a fucking adult. You know, so I can have some opinion about it. Now, don't turn around and because if I have an opinion about what you got going on, I'm not going to dog you, or I'm not going to, you know what I'm saying, disrespect you in any type of way. But then don't bring no shit up that maybe I told you, because people would do that too. They'll turn around, oh, well, shit, I'll throw that in your face.
Yeah. But you know what it is too? I eat social media. Then there's the black people hating on the black people, but you put your fucking business out here. You put everything you want somebody to know, but then you get mad and talking about, oh, y'all broke, you need to stay out of rich people. But you putting all your information
Facebook. They would do it on Facebook, right? And then somebody would have an opinion, you know, you'll comment your opinion.
Yeah.
Well, this my page.
But you put your business out there.
That happened to me, bro. That happened to me. So this dude he said, I just rewatched The Walking Dead or something like that. He said, I just rewatched The Walking Dead. I was like, you just wasted your time, my boy. And he said, respectfully, what I do with my time is my business.
There you go, right there. That's him.
Bro, you just said it on Facebook. What are you even talking about? And I said, respectfully, you make your business everyone's business when you put it out on the internet.
That's 100% facts. That's what every celebrity that put their stuff in their business and their life out here, then when regular people comment about it, now you want to call them broke, go get your kids, and now your feelings hurt. Because you didn't put your business out here, and now regular people have a thought about your business.
Facts.
Yeah, because people will randomly tell you shit. Boy, I mean, it's not like I'm prying. It's not like I'm looking what you got. I don't give no fuck what you got going on.
You put it out there for me to know about it. I didn't know about what you was got going on.
So, Sierra, you are absolutely correct. I don't know how to pronounce it. Joy Chavis?
Yeah, Chavis.
Joy Chavis, who has a child with Bow Wow and future pregnant by 25-year-old NFL star Trevon Diggs.
Yeah, I remember you sending that clip to us about Anton was talking about him. He was like, "You just got finessed, my boy," or something like that. You too young to be getting finessed like that.
Get the money, man.
He got a brother too, though.
If they
Stefan
offered it to
Diggs.
you by way of their baby batter, so
Hey, baby batter. It's crazy.
It's crazy work.
It's crazy work.
I'm not saying you sat there and woke up one morning and said, I want to be selfish today, so I'm going to go make a baby. Not saying that at all. But those are selfish acts at the expense of your fear. So at what point do you feel the fear? Do it anyways. And yeah, that is a low functioning behavior. To say that I am going to create these homes. Oh, let me go better. I'm going to build these houses and put kids and these beautiful women and kids in them, but I ain't going to create a home in them. I'm going to wait till I dissipate my fear to find a wife where I'm still going to be fearful with, because there's no such thing as not having some type of nerve or some type of feeling behind marrying somebody who you're spending your life with.
I think that's facts.
And then
I think that's facts.
Well,
Yeah,
You still, even when you decide to, and that's no disrespect, I got mad love for Mrs. Marlin, Mrs. Everyday, of course. I'm just saying, generally speaking, from a man's perspective, you still have some level of uneasiness
about what?
or nervousness, or let me let her.
I mean, maybe if you're gonna, you hope everything is gonna pan out.
Yeah, just like a
Right.
what if worst case scenario comes up type of
Yeah,
thing.
that you're able to provide for the family. Yeah, for sure.
So wait, say it again. I'm not following you.
So like when it comes to getting married, right?
Okay.
Even though you're sure about your choice,
Yeah.
do you think it's a natural thing? Part one, and do you think most men, if not all men, go through that what if thought process? Like, what if things don't work out?
I don't think once I got the fears, I don't think I've been fearful of my marriage, because I know I pick right. God if it happens, it happens. And it's stuff like that. Like, I'm going to go with my brother Jay every day, say, man, that's part of the game if it happens. I'm not going to be fearful and do that. I'm going to do everything in my power to make sure I'm doing everything right. I'm going to provide. My biggest fear for me and my family and my kid and my son and my wife is me not being able to provide and protect. That's my only fear. I don't have no fear of her going out doing anything. I don't have no fear of this or that, the third. It's just me, is I can't protect them from whatever's coming. That's going to hurt my feelings and make me and fuck me up the most, and I can't provide what they need on a regular, everyday basis, they basic needs. That's the only thing. I'm not worried about nothing else. I'm not worried about any other thing. I'm not worried about none of that shit. Because if it happened, it happened. I can't control what you do anyway. I can only tell you what the rules and regulations is. And if you fuck up the rules and regulations, I'm going to have a choice to be made. You don't want me to make that choice. Then you're going to be hurt. So I don't, what she talking about, I can't say it applies to me because I really don't feel that fear of that. It's just my biggest fear for me and mine is not being able to protect or provide. That's the only two. I have nothing else.
Much respect.
I'm going to build a home with her while all these other beautiful babies have houses. That's completely unfair and it's selfish.
Just tell me when I can talk.
Yeah, almost. That's completely unfair. And so,
What do you say? I mean,
She said
Tell me when I
almost.
can talk.
She said, okay, almost.
yes, you're taking your time in this department, but you're not taking your time in this department, which means you're compartmentalizing. And compartmentalizing never works. Compartmentalizing hurts everybody involved. Everybody who's in this box and that box and this box and that box and this box. And then here you go over here trying to figure out what box you're going to feed or entertain or do. Then you're looking outside to figure out who's your next victim to put in the box. It's unhealthy. And it's a huge dysfunction within our Black community that I truly believe personally, statistically, mental health-wise, and community-wise, that Black men would stop.
Black men with what?
Stop doing that, that they would stop that dysfunctional behavior of compartmentalizing and creating houses, not homes, and then finally a home with the wife. And then you have all these other houses that are homeless, but you over here at some point when you do get a wife, if you do, I'm saying if that's what you want, you will, you'll get whatever you want, you're trying to create a home. Totally dysfunctional and extremely, that's the epitome of selfish. Epitome of selfish.
So what's up, Dr. Brian? You ain't trying to be baby mama number 4.
Fuck all that shit you talking about.
Let me holler at you at backstage, Dr. Brian.
Nelson Beauty said, what kind of woman would want to marry someone like that?
Oh, it's plenty.
Thank you. I was like, hey, listen, what?
It's plenty. It's not a problem.
Especially one of his baby mamas. If I guarantee you, if he goes back and says and proposes to any one of the 3 of them, they going.
Yeah.
Especially if he's looking to get I guess you could say add to the roster, and he finds somebody completely new, and he's presenting his lifestyle, his popularity, his resources to her, and she's never had that level of resources before, those levels of opportunities. What?
This is why back in the day, I'm talking about way, just way back. But this is why they had they had their concubines. I know it's crazy sign, but they had them, right? Because they had to provide a place for them. So they was all still kind of within it wasn't nobody all over the place. So he was still able to be a father to those kids that he had children by. You know what I mean? And that's basically what I'm saying. I'm not saying, people live their lives however, but it was, he was still able to be a father to those kids.
Be Humble said, I know one was a stripper. For real? I didn't know that. He said he don't pick, Cam Newton doesn't pick well. So here's a question regarding this. What would be you guys' sentiment? I would like to ask the doctor if I could. What would be her sentiment if he brings all of them, the 3 baby mamas and the 8 children, into one household?
I'm with that. I'll say that all the time. If you're going to do that, let's do it right. Don't be having these people all over the place.
A compound.
Yeah, let's go ahead and get a compound where everybody had a house and where all these kids can come at any matter of time and pull on your coattail or pull on your thing. Like, Pops, let's go do this. Pops, let's go do that. You got a big minivan or an Astro van or a Sprint out here. You go put all the kids in there. We all go where we need to go together. We all go to the grocery store. We all go to the park. We all go do all this stuff together. I don't have no problem with that if that's what you want to do. It's just, to me, when you got people out here and you got broken homes out here and you got kids with mental health problems, and then that's when they start fucking up. That's when they start getting in the streets. They start turning to other alternatives because you're not there. That's the big thing about me. So if you have them all in the same house, I'm totally fine with that. Even though I'm fine with how you're doing it now, because if you like it, I love it. It ain't got nothing to do with me. It ain't me out here. It ain't my kids out here running wild. That's yours.
Yeah, but you know what? It's not, but it is, right? Because eventually, your child can end up with one of his kids. You know what I'm saying? One of his daughters. You had boys end up with one of his daughters.
I thought you said the other one.
Boys end up with, no.
I said, whoa.
You know what I'm saying? We definitely don't condone that, not even on the Sunday. We don't definitely not doing that on the Sunday.
Okay.
But, you might end up with somebody that came from that background, and now you have to deal with that. Your child has to deal with those people. You know what I mean? Yeah. And, that's the unfortunate truth, and we got a lot of that going on. So
I agree with you on that. I agree.
I think that's something that I know I didn't really think about. Probably eventually maybe would have come to mind. But yeah, like Nick Cannon having all these kids and he's not there to be a father to them in the way that a father needs to be there. And then one of his kids, because he doesn't, contribution is that they didn't have a relationship with him and they go do something crazy, or other people's kids end up in the vicinity of their kids and now their life is affected. It definitely is a trickle down effect. It definitely is a trickle down effect. But that's all I got for that for now. Y'all got anything else?
Hell no.
Because it was a question too, like this girl, right? She had said, I heard this on the, they had a conversation about this. I know, Spaces, you probably heard about this too. She said she don't want to date nobody or take nobody serious that didn't have a 2-parent household. And a lot of people got on her because the same thing you said.
Who said it?
It was a girl.
Oh, okay.
It was on a podcast. And the same thing you just did, where they said, well, did you have your parents? She was like, no. It was like, well, how you going to answer? You taking the wrong message. What did she just say? She said she came across a bunch of people that had 2 parents. They were probably a little bit much more,
Yeah, I this sounds familiar.
Yeah, so, and that was kind of crazy to go along with what y'all just said. I just mentioned that real quick, that's all.
Yes, so the next thing on the docket to talk about today. Well, I don't know where that came from. This guy.
Okay.
We know that there was a whole lot of ruckus and discourse in the, different circles of people having conversations about stuff. Kendrick Lamar was chosen to do the Super Bowl halftime show in 2025. The Super Bowl is going to be in New Orleans, and we know that New Orleans has its own staple in the music industry. But a lot of people were saying it should be Lil Wayne. So what are you guys' thoughts?
Trevor, there you go first.
Yeah, I think it should be Wayne. I think it should be Lil Wayne. And that's the city. They're in New Orleans. Like, to me, you just don't bring, like, especially hip-hop. Like, when they went to California, when they was out in L.A., when they was in L.A., right?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it was at
L.A. When they did L.A., they brought all the West Coast legends out and people from that, that area. So when you in New Orleans, you show love and bring, Lil Wayne out and everybody else that was with him or, from around that area. Like, if you go down to wherever, Atlanta, bring the Atlanta people, you know what I'm saying? New York, you're going to have New York people.
Oh, especially if you're doing hip-hop.
Yeah, especially, I don't care what they doing, like, when they country or whatever. I don't give no fuck about none of that. But I'm talking about with hip-hop. Like, just show love and respect because as far as I know, Jay-Z is over that.
Mm-hmm.
So, to me, he should already get it. Over like...
The picking. He helped pick who's supposed to be doing this.
Yeah, so I don't know. That might be a slight, from what I hear, Jay-Z is a bit of a hater. And essentially that.
Mal, go ahead.
There you go.
I asked the question.
I understand that. It's okay. We can break rules a little. I just want to hear what y'all, because I really don't. Okay, I go. I totally agree with, what Jerry Day said. It's like, but it really didn't matter to me. But I understand where, this is hometown. Weezy a GOAT, Weezy all this stuff. But only thing that came to my mind, right, is Weezy's supposed to be doing. But I'm like, but why didn't they pick him? Like, I want to know what was the reason y'all didn't. Did he not, like, was some of his concerts not busting like they should be of late? Did his y'all didn't like some of the records he was bringing out late or something like that? I want to know why didn't y'all pick him? Or did y'all pick Kendrick Lamar because he was just hot right now? Kendrick just on fire right now.
Then they just picked Usher for the last Super Bowl.
Yeah, but Usher was on fire too right now. He was doing the residency in Las Vegas.
Right, you do it in Vegas, and he's doing the residency in Vegas, and they picked Usher. Right. So he represents Vegas at this point.
Yeah.
Right. So, cool. He represents Vegas. They got a motherfucker from Vegas to represent Vegas.
Yeah.
Right. So, and Usher, it's not like Usher had big musical hits on the radio at that time.
Okay.
Nobody, you know what I'm saying? He just had the residency in Vegas. It was like, okay, let's bring him out. To me, you could have did the same thing with Wayne.
Yeah. So
Wayne got plenty of hits that kind of go across. With rock and all types of stuff, you could, everybody bop to his song. So I don't see the problem.
Yeah. So that's the only thing I would want to see. How do y'all make y'all selections? That's the big question right there. How do y'all make the selections of who y'all going to pick for this Super Bowl? And where was Wayne ranked on that list? Because I know y'all had a list of people that y'all was considering. So where did Wayne rest on that list, and why did Kendrick get picked over Wayne in this city? I just want to know, like, just some why questions. That's all.
I heard that. That threw a wrench into what I was thinking when you said Jay-Z's over everything, because Jay-Z is a businessman. So the first thing that comes to mind when I hear Jay-Z is what's going to be the better business decision between the two. And considering if we're factoring that, then Kendrick Lamar was the better option.
You think so?
I don't see Super Bowl is going to sell out regardless.
Well, I don't know, because what is it? The Taylor Swift and whatever Travis Kelce? Travis Kelce,
yeah.
Yeah, they're theoretically, a lot of people speculate that they're together because Taylor Swift being with Travis Kelce would bring more younger viewership to the Super Bowl, because that's why they even have, like, they zoom in on Taylor Swift while she's drinking a drink or while she's dancing, because people look for that representation.
Bro, look here. The football NFL is $1 billion industry. What Taylor Swift doing and with the Swifties and all that shit is a drop in the fucking bucket. That ain't got nothing to do with nothing. People gonna watch football regardless. You know how much money not even just talking about, I'm gonna just say the league just as its own. I'm gonna put that to the side. With DraftKings, with fantasy football, with all the other shit that the NFL got going on, you think Taylor Swift is really carrying some shit?
I think so, bro. Is there a whole lot of money to be made outside of Taylor Swift? Absolutely. They're going to make their money.
Okay.
So you're saying that they were going to make so much more money with Kendrick over Lil Wayne?
Going off of, I don't know, because now Napsa Beauty, that goes into Napsa Beauty's question. She said, do you believe K-Dot has a better performance presence than Lil Wayne?
No.
Right now, yes.
No.
Yes, right now, yes.
A performance?
Yes,
Where's this performance that was better than Wheezy?
Look, K-Dot just came off maybe, 6 months before he started this beef from a war tour that was generating a lot of money. He has a performance like right now, yes.
Right, a performance presence is what she's asking.
Right now, yes. If you want to go back in the day, no. But right now, as this moment, as we speaking right now, yes.
No.
I can agree absolutely right now because I don't know when the last time Lil Wayne came out with something that would, like you said, like Usher he didn't have a song out on the radio that's popping at this very moment, but he was representing Vegas while he went to the Super Bowl. Kendrick Lamar, I saw a thing that said, I don't know how true it is, but they said Not Like Us went like 5 times platinum. And it took like months for that song to drop from number 1 on the list.
Cool, they play Not Like Us.
Songs.
What else?
But we're talking about current. Well, I'm talking about current visibility.
How long is the halftime show?
15 minutes.
You're not finna play Not Like Us for 15 minutes straight. So what
he
else?
got a nice catalog that he can perform.
Cool. What else?
He got
What else?
He got a decent amount of
Cool.
songs
What else?
that he's gonna have.
I'm with you. What else?
I'm not a K-Dot fan like that, so
All
I'm
right,
not
cool.
so I can't sit up there. But I know K-Dot has a decent amount of tracks and a catalog that's gonna make a good halftime show. Would it be better than Would it be better than Weezy right now? That's to who you ask. That's if you ask a Weezy fan, and that's if you ask a K-Dot fan.
You can be a fan of both, but what I'm saying is it's not no way. No way.
I've watched Kendrick Lamar concerts on YouTube. I've never been to one. I've never been to a Lil Wayne concert either. But Kendrick Lamar can definitely put on the show.
And that's all I'm saying.
Nobody's saying that he can't. What I'm saying is, first of all, to me, to me, you're at home. This is home. If they wanted Kendrick, they could have brought his ass out when he was in Las Vegas.
He was in
Los Angeles. Cool.
He came
cool. Then give somebody else the spotlight. He already been on the stage.
Now, to answer the question, what do you guys think about it? For me, I think it should have been Lil Wayne.
I do too. I ain't gonna say it not.
Yeah, I think
this is hometown. Yeah, he represent all that stuff. But all I look at it is, in the last year to 2 years, what has Wayne done to get them to be like, okay, I got the catalog, but I'm still popping right now, like Kendrick Lamar and all that stuff.
They've brought out Prince. Prince ain't hit. They've hit like just they bring out random people. Like, you know what I'm saying? It's just they don't have to have nothing popping.
Let's see. I'm trying to find.
Who was the lead for the LA shit?
Dr. Dre.
Dr. Dre. What did he have popping?
Nothing.
Okay.
See, let's see. So these are. I was trying to find a list of like his biggest songs, and this is
"Sing About Me, I'm Dying of Thirst." All right, yeah, play that.
Then Mad City, number 2. All Right was number 3. That's one of the first songs that came to my mind when they said he was going to be performing Untitled. Number 2, King Kunta.
King Kunta.
Of course, Not Like Us is going to be there.
They're going to probably close out the show with that.
Nah, what they're going to do is they're going to play Not Like Us, and they're going to play Poetic Justice with him and Drake.
Poetic Justice, what is it?
They ain't gonna have
Don't
Drake
Kill My
there.
Vibe.
Then they're going to have Drake come out, and then, no, Wayne and Kendrick got a song together, too.
They ain't gonna have Kendrick came out.
I don't know. If you don't bring Wayne out, this is...
Sierra said, at this point, it seems like Jay-Z is just having his friends perform.
Yeah.
It should be Lil Wayne.
Fucking hater.
You think so?
Yeah, he's a hater, bro. I know haters. I can smell them niggas. I smell haters.
Oh, that's it, man.
So, let's see. Where is it? That was a thing right there.
Right.
This girl, I don't want to derail the conversation.
So we all agree that it should be Wayne.
Yeah, absolutely. I agree that it should be Wayne.
Yeah, no, I mean, I get it. Kendrick, his song was popping over the summer, you know, and
to me, it was kind of surprising because I thought everything Lil Wayne had, that shit sold up, to be honest with you. It was so surprising when I heard people like, oh, Kendrick Lamar got the halftime show. I'm like, man, this shit AI. I know Wayne got that shit.
Let's see.
You say Wayne may have declined. He may have. I mean,
Well,
Wayne,
no. Well, I saw a
Wayne
video.
look crazy as hell. Though.
He sound crazy too.
I saw a video of him saying that he was disappointed.
He did. He said he
So-
damn near cried.
So I mean, yeah, if that were the case, then I would have wagered that he didn't turn it down. But here we go. Next thing. Gonna keep it moving. Once this ad clears up. Man, we gotta get Will on the YouTube Premium, man. All right, here we go.
Now at 7, Miami-Dade police have just released new body cam video of officers detaining Miami Dolphins player Tyreek Hill in Miami Gardens. Police Director Stephanie Daniel says she released it to be transparent and maintain the public's trust. Let's get right to CBS News Miami's Jim Berry live in the newsroom right now. Jim, only minutes ago you saw the video for yourself.
Lauren, that is absolutely correct. And the clip that I'm about to show you lasts a little over a minute long. It shows the confrontation between Hill and 3 members of the Miami-Dade Police Department. Take a look.
Don't knock on my window like that. Why don't you have your seatbelt on? Don't knock on my window. Why don't you have your seatbelt on? Don't knock on my window like that, no. Like what? Don't knock on my window like that. Why you have it up? Don't knock on my window like that. Why you have it up? I have to knock to let you know I'm here. Now we can lower it and talk to you. Just get my ticket, bro, so I can go. I'm finna be late, gang. Do what you gotta do. Keep it down. Hey! Keep your window down. Hey! Keep your window down. Keep your window down. I'm gonna get you out of the car. As a matter of fact, get out of the car.
Get you out of that car.
Get out of the car. Get out of the car. Get out of the car right now. We're not playing this game. Get out.
I'm not playing this game.
Get out. Get out. Get out. Get out. Get out. Damn. What part of blood are you doing this time? Hey, bro. Hey, bro. I'm getting arrested, dude. I'm getting arrested. I'm getting arrested, Drew. I'm getting up.
Them Buccaneers fans they too thirsty to me, man. Jaguars fans.
So
what you think, Ma?
Gotta be. They soccer fans. That's what it is.
Again, this is the early stages of this confrontation that Miami Dolphins star wide receiver Tyreek Hill had yesterday with members of the Miami-Dade Police Department. You may have heard some of it, but again, the officer told Hill to keep his window rolled down. Hill refused. Tyreek, before that, said he told the officers, look, just do what you got to do so I can get going, so I can play this football game. When he kept his window up, that's when the officers said, listen, you got to do what we say, or we're going to yank you out of the car, and that's exactly what they did. You saw Hill being removed from the car by that officer with the help of 2 others, then put face down on the ground and handcuffed. Again, this is the early part of this confrontation. The clip that we've received is a little over an hour long. The rest of it shows his agent, Drew Rosenhaus, coming there a bit later on the scene, and other people there, Dolphin fans, and apparently perhaps members of Dolphin security who were made aware of this situation, who then came out to help Tyreek Hill get away from this situation and get into the stadium so that he could play the game yesterday, which he did. But again, this video just released from the Miami-Dade Police Department. Stephanie Daniels, the director, said she wanted to be transparent about this, and as soon as we can look at more of this video, we'll tell you and share with you more of exactly what happened yesterday with Tyreek Hill and those Miami-Dade police officers. For now, live in the CBS Miami newsroom, I'm Jim Berry. Back to you, Lauren.
Damn, there's always something crazy going on in Florida.
I want to hear Spaces first. Let's hear Spaces. You go first.
Nah, you should go first.
Nah, bro. No, I'm gonna
This your city.
That's why I should go last. That's why I should go last. That's why I should go last. Go ahead, Space.
I think the first inclination people would want to go to is this is police abusing their authority. This is that stuff was excessive, and in some areas I do agree with that. That they were doing a little too much, being too aggressive. I agree. I ultimately think, from what I understand about it, he was driving speeding in a construction zone.
No, it wasn't a construction zone.
That's what I heard.
It's not a construction zone. It's down the street from the stadium. All that is blocked off. You seen all them cones and stuff? That's because the game is going. It's like a long road that you get to the game. All that is blocked off because people walk through there, going back and forth from parking lots to the game. All that's like a long little stretch of road that goes strictly to the stadium. It's not no construction going on right there.
Well, he was speeding.
Yeah, he's speeding.
The tinted windows seemed like it was pretty dark.
He's a celebrity. You know they're gonna have those.
I ain't no
it's
celebrity.
still
And I
against the
got
law.
those.
So if it's wrong, it's wrong. I don't care if you're
What was the percentage though? See, that's what we don't know.
Hold on. How you know in Florida you can't have those? Did you look up the law in Florida to see if it was against illegal?
That's one of the things that they were talking about was the reason why he got pulled over, and the reason why they pulled him out of the car, because when he rolled up his window, they couldn't see what
I saw him.
Yeah, but yeah, we saw him. We saw him because he had a white wife beater on.
Right. So you're saying because he was extra dark, you can't see him?
I'm saying because it was dark in the car, couldn't see in the car, couldn't see what he was doing, and then like he was aggressive from the start.
Who?
Tyreek.
How he was aggressive?
This is just a.
It don't matter. I told you not to knock on my window like that. That's my car. I can tell you what to do to my car.
Tyreek already gave him the license.
Thank
so
you.
once you
Point
gave
exactly.
him the license, he said you was speeding. Go do what you got to do and give him the ticket.
Go run the
he
name.
had the license in his hand.
Go run the name. You ain't got to say nothing else to me. Give me my ticket so I can go.
I've seen way more traffic stop. They knew who he was. All right, this ain't John from down the street. Right, they knew who he was. Like this is
because if we gonna go by the law, let's go by the law. All the thing, the whole thing.
However,
go by the law.
This is what I say. Come on, I remember Will talking about. He was saying, you know
your rights. Yeah, what Will at?
Oh, you know your rights.
Right, know your rights because it's not against the law to roll your window back up after you give the police your license. It's not against the law. I don't give a fuck if you told me.
Attention,
he already got the license.
Thank you. You don't need nothing else,
bro. You telling me doing like this?
I'm not gonna do it.
Don't knock on my window,
I'm
bro.
not gonna do it because I'm Marcus. But
like
that's Tyreek. He can do what he want to do. But it's not.
He can't. He's still human. That's the problem with celebrities, bro. They think.
Bro, I've seen regular people do that.
White people too, and don't shit happen to them. They don't get pulled out no cars.
I watch these shits all the time, and I see people talking mad crazy. I be like, damn, ain't nothing happening to them.
I want to see the part where he had already given them
when it first came up. Yeah, the video you just saw. He gave it to him.
That's why he rolled the window back up.
That's what I'm saying. He gave him his window. There you go, right there.
And he rolled the window right back
up.
So how do we know that he wasn't going to ask him for something else? That's just the ID. They asked for a license, registration, and proof of insurance. That's just one card.
Oh my God, bro!
You just said you was wondering, and then
now you want to go.
Okay, he has one thing in his hand. I see. I admit that he gave him his ID. Okay, what about the proof of registration and your insurance?
I ain't never gave a copy of proof of registration. I ain't got it.
You can run your tag to see the
and
stuff
insurance,
man. They see all that through your tag,
bro. Don't they want you to have that in your car?
Yeah, they do.
What, registration?
Have a physical copy of it?
I wouldn't give a fuck. I've been pulled over as recently as a month ago. I don't have it. Now what? Now what?
I'm not I don't know what happens after.
Nothing.
I assume that they would want a physical copy of it in the car. Definitely your license and your proof of insurance. I'll tell you that much.
Okay, I ain't got none of that. Now what?
Okay, now we write you a ticket.
Okay, you could have did that in the first place.
But he didn't. It's from what this video just shown. He gave him one piece of paper, or he gave him the one card. So
cool. He raised it down. When he raised it down a little, you can still talk through there. You don't have to raise it all the way down. I get it. You know what I'm saying? I admit Tyreek Hill was being difficult.
A dickhead. Yeah, he was being a rich dude.
He's being difficult.
A rich dickhead. He's been a rich dickhead.
To me, ain't even
it's not
rich.
Against the law,
he was just doing. I've seen people who ain't rich do this shit. Like, you know what I mean? I've seen it. So it's kind of like, dude, y'all
and guess what this do? When you do stuff like that, what the cops do? Get on a power trip like, nigga, you don't run this, I run this. Get your ass out the car, and that's what get them in trouble. That's what get police officers in trouble, because what he did was not against the law. Spaces can say all he wants to, he roll up his window. It's no law that said you have to roll down your window while they got your ticket.
So he's supposed to talk to him through a closed window?
No, he can crack the window by that much. As long as y'all can hear each other, it's cool.
He eventually did crack the window.
Okay, he cracked the window, but at that point, he was already being combative.
It's not against the law.
But, bro, that's not helping the situation either.
Spaces, you're right. You're right in all that what you're saying. But we're going by laws now. Law. That's why he gonna win the case. He gonna sue the shit out of your ass, and dude gonna get fired. Because everything the police officer did was against the law and against his rights. So we can say all this all we want to. It was against it. The police officer is dead ass wrong. Because you're supposed to keep your cool no matter what. I don't give a fuck what the fuck I said to you. As long as I ain't put my hands on you or nothing like that, you keep your cool.
Hell, the police was even being aggressive to the vehicle that pulled up after them.
Thank you. And he threw him on the ground. He's sitting up here talking about get out the car. He didn't even give him a chance to get out the car. He just grabbed him.
Is this right here?
And I was just wasn't even for to be on Tyreek's side neither, because Tyreek, bro, you're bogus because you're black, first of all. But you still gonna win this case anyway. Because you should have kept it cool too, Tyreek. But I understand where you're coming from. Don't be beating on my window like that. Some motherfucker $250,000
that's just
car.
a regular knock, bro.
You hit on my window.
If he's there, if you didn't want him to knock on your window while he was there trying to get your have conversation with you or say whatever he needed to say, you shouldn't have rolled up your window. Because second of all,
he approached the car knocking on the window though. That's why it was the issue.
So you saying all this was warranted?
Let's
see.
I think they asked tickets, and they didn't get tickets before, so that's why they did all this shit.
Nah, I think.
You think they had a parlay?
I think.
They had a parlay on the game.
Don't knock on my window like that, man.
See, that's where he started. Don't knock on my window like that.
Don't knock on my window like that, no.
Like what?
Don't knock on my window like that.
Why you have it up?
Don't knock on my window like that.
Why you have it up? I have to knock to let you know I'm here. That way you can lower it and talk to you.
Just get my ticket, bro, so I can go. I'm finna be late, gang. Do what you gotta do.
Keep it down. Hey! Keep your window down. Hey! Keep your window down. Keep your window down. I'm gonna get you out of the car. As a matter of fact, get out of the car. Get out of the car.
D-Money, what's good? What's good? Long time no see. How you doing?
D-Money, what's up?
What up, D-Money?
Yeah, so I mean, I'm recalling the conversation all that you said, and when you get, what was it? It was the same conversation where Will was talking about he was in somewhere in Illinois where it was a country town, like it was no questions asked that it was still a racist town, and he got pulled over by the police and he was mouthing off to the police. You said you would mouthing off does not help the situation.
It don't. But
that's what he's doing.
You're right. You're right. And I told you you're right. I told you Tyreek didn't make the situation. I said that. If you was listening, I said Tyreek didn't make the situation better. But does what the cop did, is it any better than what the cop was doing? The cop is dead ass wrong. He's wrong. And you can, all this you can do, you can go and you can try to find all the things you want to. The cop is wrong. You do not have to pull him out the car. He gave you his license. It's not against the law to roll your window back up. Tyreek rolled his window back up because he didn't want other these pedestrians watching out like, oh, that's Tyreek filming and all that shit. That's exactly why every celebrity does that. They roll their window back up.
When he walks away, listen, I said earlier that the officer was doing too much. The officer was being mad aggressive because he was even when other people came. I think the Drew dude that he was calling, that same officer, if I'm not mistaken, was talking to Drew mad aggressively, doing too much. So I'm not disagreeing with that. I'm saying for maybe I need to become a star or a popular person to duck the law a little bit. But when a police officer pulls me over, I'm like, yes, sir. No, sir.
You don't have to,
Thank you. I don't have to, but I choose to because I want to diffuse the situation to get off as easily as I possibly can.
No,
and even if
ticket.
Avoid the ticket.
Okay, he said write him his ticket. That's why everybody else, no, sir, yes, sir. Niggas is trying to avoid the ticket. He said write him the ticket. Do your fucking job so I can go do mine.
Now, how often does that actually help the situation?
What situation? Just go write the ticket.
It shouldn't have to. You're right. It shouldn't have to warrant that, though, Spaces. That's what we're talking about.
I'm not disagreeing with y'all.
This shit should not go this way as it's going. And it goes that way all the time when it's us. I've seen plenty of white dudes do way worse than what Tyreek did, and they didn't get pulled out the car and get put in the handcuffs.
Did they do that with this particular officer?
First of all, man.
Come on, you said so you just really gonna say that? You really gonna say particular officer?
Because you're generalizing, and I'm talking because you say white people get off with all this. Okay, cool. I would say just like you could say white people get off with this stuff all the time. I would say white people get killed by police officers too. So I'm saying does this particular officer get run in with a black or a white person, and he was less aggressive with it? Compare apples to apples. This one officer to when he pulls over a black person versus when he pulls over a white person. That's what I'm saying. Like, of course, stuff happens on all different scenarios that we could possibly think of. Stuff happens.
Okay, but it was a speeding ticket. You didn't have to snatch motherfuckers up and throw them on the car.
Doing too much. I
on
agree.
the ground. So that, to me, at the end of the day, it's still not warranted, right? You can. There's always a way that you can. You're a civil servant. At the end of the day, you need to just figure something else out, right? Just figure something else out.
I know I told the story plenty of times, and I told the story, I don't know, a million times. Got pulled over by the police. I rolled all my windows down, and I had my license and stuff and registration outside the window. Police came up to me when he came to the window, asked me, are you trying to be a fucking smartass? What I supposed to do in that situation? Because I had my license and my registration and everything out the window waiting for him, so I wouldn't be reaching for nothing. He asked me, just totally, what the fuck, you trying to be a smartass? I'm like, what the fuck? What do I say?
Trying to make sure I had this stuff ready for when you walked up.
And if I don't got it ready when you walk up.
But man, I don't know what else to say, man. I guess people ain't acting like they ain't never been in no traffic stops where motherfuckers, they ain't fit for their life and all this other stuff, and the police officers just doing too much and they supposed to do their job. It's like where we work at or what we do. We can't just go there being aggressive and saying and talking because we got a job to do. If we treated them the same way, police officers like they got a job to do, it don't matter how your day went at home, how your wife pissed you off, how your kids pissed you off, whatnot like that. You treat everybody with respect. It don't matter what they said or what they did to you. Treat them with respect. This is your job. Don't take it personal.
So who came off right off the bat being disrespectful?
If you came banging on my window, you came disrespectful.
That's not a bang. We over-exaggerating.
Bro, we're not over-exaggerating. You weren't there, right?
We're watching the video.
We're watching the video, but you're not the person in the car and him knocking on the door.
Bro, we hear the
window.
knocks on the door.
Bro, you're not there. This is all about perception. He's the one said it. He's the one who said you're banging on the window.
Don't knock on my window.
Okay.
Like, just knock. Like,
bro,
come
hold
on.
No,
even if they.
Rewind it. And listen to what he said. Rewind it and listen to what he said. Rewind it and listen to what he said. Just listen. Let it go all the way through, too. Just listen. Listen to the whole thing. What? Rewind it and just listen. Don't react. Just listen. Rewind it and just listen. I'm just telling you to listen. So you can hear exactly what Tyreek said. That's what I'm trying to get you to do. Just rewind it and listen. Rewind it and just listen.
Make it seem like he about to break the window.
Just listen.
I'm going to be honest. At the end of the day, I don't give no fuck. Good luck to this nigga and good luck to the cops. What's the next topic?
Listen. Just listen. Listen to what he said. Listen to what he said. Don't react. Just listen. What did he say? Listen to what did he say? What did he say? What did he say? Word for word, what did Tyreek say? No, pause it. I'm sorry. Pause it. And just tell me, what did Tyreek say?
He said, hey, don't knock on my window like that.
Okay, he said like that. You said that hard. I'm just saying he said like that.
Bro, you've been making this whole case that like the knock that the officer did was going to break the window. Even if he did break the window, put that in the case that you file against the city.
Well,
so the city can pay for it.
He about to. So at the end of the day,
he finna sue the shit out of them.
It don't matter.
Yeah, but I'm just saying. I want you to say, because you said hard, and everybody was talking about that hard. Pause. I'm saying he said, "Don't knock on my window like that."
Okay, what is if we were to specify what like that meant?
Just don't knock on my window. You don't have to knock on my window. This is my car. Like, you're forgetting like, even though we making little tit for tat things, it's like if I come to your car and you tell me not to knock on your car like that.
I wouldn't. If you knock like that, no, I wouldn't.
But I'm just saying, Spaces. If you tell me that's your car, I have to respect your wishes because that's your car. You paid for that car.
Bro,
give him the ticket and move on. If it's something that's serious, because you clearly had to let him go. What the fuck did we do all this for?
That's a problem.
You end up having to let him go anyway. So now you just
got a lawsuit and got fired.
Free money. Like,
and got fired. And you getting fired.
You end up having to do that anyway.
Fired. You're getting fired. Because guess what? Guess what happened? The Miami Dolphins got into it. And you know he patrolling around there, the Miami Dolphins organization got mad pull. Mad pull. They'll fuck around and fire the whole police department that's there. So he's going to go. He's got to go. And Tyreek them going to get a nice little lawsuit.
This goes into, like I said, when the light be turning red and it's a car coming, but you got the right of way or whatever, but he's finna run that light. And you said, well, nigga, I got the right of way and I want to turn in front of the car. Mm-hmm. No, just let the motherfucker go. You know, let the car go before it causes an accident.
Right decision.
Right? You know what I'm saying?
Right decision, or just let him go.
Just let him go. So now, you know, in the cops, because cops power trip all the time.
Facts.
So whatever you call this, whatever. But cops power trip all the time. I've been pulled over upwards of 30 times, right? So, and sure, sometimes it was my own fault. But at no time had it been my fault that a officer should have pulled out a gun on me.
Facts.
Right? He had a gun drawn on me before. Right? I didn't do anything to him. So
that warranted that.
That warranted that. Well, I didn't do anything to him personally. And I wasn't at that time, I wasn't speeding or doing anything. So we know cops are known to power trip. Right? So you got a situation like this, I think it would behoove Tyreek Hill to probably diffuse the situation as much as you possibly can. However, since he didn't, it still doesn't take anything away from the cops. The cops still respond. You're the civil servant. You sworn in for all this. You have to deal with the public anyway. This, to me, wasn't even warranted to throw nobody out all on the ground and do all that extra shit. You be an extra.
Yeah, I agree. He going to the point of saying, you know what, just get out of the car. Get out of the car. Like, you had no reason for that. No reason at all for that. You shouldn't have did that. But I think there's equal contributions to the situation.
Who's supposed to be?
He has the opportunity to call a white shirt himself, right? So
you would have called him though.
Or no, I'm talking about the officer. He has an opportunity to call his supervisor, right? So like any other time, if you had a problem at your job, what you gonna do? You're gonna, hey, let me call my supervisor because this is what they get paid the big bucks for, and they can diffuse that, right?
I can shut the fuck up.
Right, I can shut the fuck up. I can go back to my car with his license, do what I need to do. Okay, he don't even want to give me his insurance, make him go to court or whatever. I can be an asshole cop like that, but I don't have to be on film snatching the motherfucker up out of the car.
Wrote him a million motherfucking tickets. I wrote him for the tents. I wrote him for the loud exhaust. I wrote him for everything.
Everything extra.
Everything. Did a whole inspection, and that's what the thing. That's what we're getting to. It doesn't matter what the public do. You're there to protect and serve. So do your job and protect and serve. Get your feelings out of it. People get out in their feelings, and it's just a human nature. You get in your feelings. That's the only reason he did that, because he wanted to let Tyreek know, nigga, just because you Tyreek Hill don't mean you run this right here.
You still a nigga.
You still a nigga. That's what he was trying to do to Tyreek. He's trying to make sure, like, you know, that I run this. He said it. He said it verbatim. When I tell you to do something, you do it. He said that while he had his knee in his back.
Yeah, but you said just because he's an N-word. Like, I don't think race has anything to do with it.
So you think you did this to his own people?
I think one of the issues that face a whole lot of celebrities is that they think they're above the law.
We see regular people do that shit though.
But Miles earlier in the conversation, Miles said, "That's Tyreek Hill."
It is Tyreek Hill.
Okay, cool. Tyreek Hill is a human being.
Okay. And don't snatch him up out the car though.
I keep saying snatching him out of the car was over the top.
Yeah.
They need to do that.
Right.
But in the original interaction, it was, don't knock on my window like that, bro. Like,
cool, I can say
man.
whatever.
Like,
I've heard people cuss the police out, not getting taken up out the car. So what's the problem?
And I've seen that on black and white sides.
Cool.
Yeah. So I'm
what's
saying
the problem?
I'm saying, like, that's not helping the situation.
It doesn't have to. What it doesn't have to help the situation, because at the end of the day, if it was a traffic violation, it was a traffic infraction. So do something like write the ticket and move the fuck on. So now you, the police officer, are basically making taxpayers have to pay the brunt of whatever this come out to be. If this come out to be $1 million, $100,000, taxpayers are responsible for it, because you, as a civil servant, couldn't control your emotion. You's a bitch.
So what did Tyreek Hill do wrong?
He could have diffused the situation himself, but he's not going to be responsible for that, because he's not the person who's sworn office, and he's not beholden to the taxpayers.
One thing that I also thought about with this was I saw a video where it was a black lady and a white officer, and I don't know why, it just started with them interacting with each other. And it was a 4-minute video. I forget where I watched it, but long story short, he was trying to pull her over in the same way that similar to how it happened in this video, and he was trying to do the basic thing, ask for the license registration, and she was trying to get away from the situation, even though he was talking. She was trying to go like in the building and all that stuff. Towards the end of the video, she shot him. Tinted windows and everything. Trying to get her to just comply with the situation. And look, thank goodness, I think it hit him in his chest because he was still breathing. There, see no blood and all that stuff. He's talking about how he was hit, and she shot the officer and pulled off. So I say, when I see tinted windows and I'm pulling up and he rolling up his window, I'm like, okay, I don't know what's going on inside of this car or what he could possibly have or what he could possibly do or anything like that. So that's what I'm thinking when it comes to that. And then you finally roll down your window, and it could have been just a 1, 2, 3 thing, but it escalated to something that didn't need to happen. Contributions on both ends. Oh, you look like you ready to say something.
Because a lot of people say that shit until that happens to them, and then they change their mind. It ain't never happened to you. That's why you ain't you sitting up here talking about that. And I'm not talking about you particularly. I'm not trying to jump on you. I'm not trying to do that. I think people have a different mind perspective when guns has been drawn on them and cops damn near for to put them in handcuffs and all this shit. When you have stuff like that happen to you, you have a whole different perspective. Like, bro, you supposed to be the one in power right here. Why you ain't just trying to diffuse the situation? I understand where you coming from and doing all that, but it's like when people ain't been in those type of situations, they try to, put the blame on the citizens and all that. Yeah, that shit ain't, nah. Because I done been in so many of them, and it's just been like, bro, like, what the fuck? I ain't do shit. And I got a gun pointed at me. I got a gun to my head. Wait.
Right.
So I understand that when people be in the comments be talking about he did this, and then if you want people to roll down their window and keep their window down, make it a law. It's so easy, the stroke of a pen, to make the law. It's not against the law to roll your window back up.
All right. Well, we're just about at the 2-hour mark.
Oh, boy, I thought we was going to talk about the debate. Boy, we sure missed that one, didn't we?
Oh. Let's do it. I'm cool with it.
I thought you was going to try to come off with that first.
Well, I mean, because, we normally cut it at the 2-hour mark, so I'm down to talk about it unless y'all got to go.
What time is it? Yeah, I got to get up out of here. But I sure thought you was going to get, because I sure want to hear your thoughts. I know you had a whole bunch of skills from my minds. Like, that shit wasn't terrible.
Let's do highlights.
No, just let's go like this, because we really ain't got to show it. What did you think about it? What was your thoughts? Just give your thoughts.
I think Trump needs to learn how to have a debate.
Okay.
I think he needs literally have a high school debate coach. Mm-hmm. Teach him how to debate and focus on the subjects that are at hand, that really matter the most, that he's trying to get the people to see, that he's trying to get the people to focus on. Mm-hmm. And for Kamala Harris, I'm just so tired of her not answering questions. Mm-hmm. Not necessarily proposing a specific plan on how she plans on doing the things that she does. It just seems like they're at this point both throwing stuff out just to get in position.
That's it?
In a nutshell, yeah.
What you got, Jay, every day?
I ain't watch that shit, bro.
You ain't watch it? You really don't care?
Not particularly. I really I kind of made up my mind. I mean, because like Spacer said, she's avoiding questions, and he has a hard time. Whatever, he kind of goes off on a tangent somewhere else. You know what I mean?
Like, a fly.
Yeah. He want to tell you how to fly and all that other shit. I just want, let's start speaking the facts, right? Yeah, so that's basically it. I've heard snippets and stuff of different things, and I'm tired of this already.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Me too, because I'm like this. It's just at this point, people are decided on what they're going to do. I guess maybe they're trying to appeal to the undecided group, which is the larger portion of the voter base, if you ask my opinion, my uneducated, unresearched opinion. I just want them to I don't know if they do, maybe listen to not so popular programs
Yeah, listen to the No Key podcast.
Yeah. Listen to, because they can easily sway people if they do what the. Okay, Kamala Harris is on the Democratic side. Listen to what Republicans are saying and work your way around that, and vice versa with Trump. You on the Republican side, listen to what the Democrats are saying and work your way around that. But go ahead.
To me, and y'all know I ain't on neither side, but after I watched that shit, I'm like, bro. And I've heard Trump speak a bunch of times. I heard Kamala speak a few times too, and both Democrat and and Republicans. When you lifelong Democrat, when you lifelong Republican, y'all some dick hosters for both of these people. To me. Because if you looked at that, and I'm not sitting up here saying that she's the best candidate, but if you looked at that and you say you still voting for that man, or what he did and how he said and what he was talking about, bro, the man, and I listened to it. I listened to it on the way going to where I was going and coming back. And I'm not saying I'm on, because she didn't convince me neither. But he damn sure convinced me not to vote for him. Bro, because if you still looked at that shit was just as bad as the Joe Biden versus him. And if you say it wasn't, I don't even want to talk to you no more. Go ahead and do your thing. Because you can't tell, I don't give a fuck if you're Republican, you got to be looking like, bro, I can't, like, bro, what you talking about? Yeah. The man say Haitians is over in Ohio, Springfield, eating cats and dogs. The man said, hold on. The man said, I have the best debates. My debates are the best that's ever been in the history of debates. What the fuck are you talking about? What are we going? You acting like a 3-year-old kid. Let's do a temper tantrum. So, to people who, you can do whatever you want to do, but from my own eyes and what I taught, I'm not telling you to do nothing. Because she still ain't convinced me. It's either vote for her or vote for my goddamn self or Jay every day over there.
Please.
That's the only three. That's the only three I'm voting. Because that right there, bro, if you still talking about you vote, hey, man, do your thing, bro. I'm cool with it.
Jay every day, 2024.
Now, Spaces can go ahead and rebuttal whatever I just said, but that's my opinion on that.
I've seen videos of people that live in Ohio saying that they've seen it. I've not seen people specifically do it. Was it necessary? But this is one of the things when I say he needs to have a debate coach, because
it wasn't necessary.
It wasn't necessary to bring that up. It wasn't necessary to bring that up. Like, I get that you might have thought it was okay to bring that up because she's the border czar and the Haitian people that you're talking about are allegedly illegal immigrants, but that's not. Like, just like what Maul just said, you make your points, but you are all over the place with your points. You don't just focus on one thing and talk about it, or you don't. This is the first time y'all met in ever, right? It's the first time y'all met and shook hands. You knew what she stood for. She knew what you stood for, but you know that she was the border czar or whatever. So why didn't you press them on making her answer those questions as it relates to how we're having such an immigration issue?
Because it's about galvanizing the American people, right? It's more, people have a problem with darker skinned people in general, right? I'm talking about Americans, white people will have a problem with a more darker skinned people, right? So at first you can say, well, the Venezuelans, they're invading urban areas, right? It's like, oh, okay, that's nothing. Like, number of niggas stay out there. Now, when you say the Haitians, right? So they get an idea of what a Haitian look like, right? You know what I'm saying? I'm right here. And then they get an idea. Yeah, they come in your complexion too. And they get an idea of what a Haitian look like. And then they say, well, they're moving into middle America. So now, right? So now they're encroaching on middle America, and it's like, okay, damn, this might actually be a problem, you know, because it's one thing when it's the Venezuelans moving and they quote unquote trying to take over 61st or 62nd and King Drive, as they were saying, but now when you got Haitians going to middle America, you know, eating cats and dogs, you know, because you know how white people are about their pets, you know, it's a problem. And I think that's what they was trying to do, galvanize.
Yeah, but then they answer the question that the people there say they have no reports or they have not had none of this. This shit is false.
It's tough to really go one way or the other. This is why I said I've seen videos of people talking about it. I don't think about it one way or the other. It's because both sides will pay people to say and push whatever narrative they want to push.
Yeah. And then, to me, too, with the border thing, you can call her borders all you want to. You know that ain't got nothing to do with the presidency, right? You know that got something to do with the Congress and the House. They need to pass some type of legislation or something like that, right? You know that, right? So that don't have nothing to do with particularly her, right? Or him, because it was the same. The border stuff been when Obama was there, the border was bad. When Trump came, the border was bad. And when Biden them, when the border was bad. Until they passed some legislation in the Congress and the House, that's when it'll get changed. So we can't put that on just the presidency. I learned that. I did some reading and some digging on that. It ain't got nothing really to do with them.
I think it's tough. It's as you dig deep into the information about it, it's like the more you learn, but it's also you find that the more you really need to learn, right? It's like there's so many different aspects to it. So, of course, I imagine there's multiple levels to whether or not they were here. I will say that Obama was known as the deporter-in-chief, though.
Oh, yeah, he was deporting motherfuckers left and right.
Right, so...
Yeah, he was. I ain't gonna lie. I heard, yeah.
So I don't know what the immigration numbers were during his pregnancy. His presidency.
He was pregnant?
I don't know what the numbers were with his presidency. Mm-hmm. I don't necessarily know what it was with Trump's presidency. I do know that it was not as out of control for either of those terms until we got into this presidency. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. So something changed. I think something is not being addressed.
You can randomly say you're seeking asylum over here, and that's kind of the problem.
Yeah, I think that's what it is.
Without none of that being confirmed, like. You know, maybe, I don't know, maybe it should be a holding spot or something for these people until we can confirm this. Because, again, a lot of the Venezuelans that I've seen, you know, these guys don't look like they were seeking asylum.
Right, and then even with that, like, how do you know one way or the other if these people are actually seeking asylum versus trying to stir up some chaos? You don't.
It's true. You're true
and
on
it's
that,
like,
too.
cool, bring the women and children over. Like, normally the men, you know, unfortunately, you know, you kind of cannon fodder, but, you know, go stay there and fight the war.
Be Humble
said? Be Humble said, but Obama didn't talk about the deportation. I'll agree with that because I don't recall ever hearing him mention anything about immigrants. Also, the border states are shipping the immigrants. The border states are shipping the immigrants to other states. Yeah, we are forgetting that.
Yeah, no. Yeah. We get it. And, you know, they're shipping them to the quote-unquote sanctuary cities. But, you know, cities like Chicago and wherever the fuck else. Normally New York, Democrat cities, right? So, Democrat-ran cities. You probably shouldn't be sanctuary cities anymore. Like, it's a drain on the American people and the economy. So,
Nelson Beauty said, all this does is back up the status of those who came here legally. Also, companies will take advantage of this with inflation, with all the free benefits given to them.
Yeah, I mean, look at the truck drivers, right? So you got truck drivers who, we talked about it, and truck drivers who, I don't know how these companies are even hiring these people. They don't even have a Venezuelan CDL. You know what I'm saying? A Mexican CDL. But they somehow come over here, don't have no CDL, and run everybody off the road and kill people.
Yep.
He almost said, if you notice, it's states with black leadership.
Yeah, unfortunately, and that's why I say a lot of this stuff is there really needs to be a push to again local level politics and policies, getting out on those non-election years and getting out there and voting for people that's gonna really push the agenda that you're looking for
the betterment of your city,
your
area,
all that. District, you know.
And that's one thing that I noticed with these conversations doesn't really happen. It's like there isn't a focus or a pushing for the governing officials to focus on the people and the city as it stands. I don't see it myself. Maybe I need to change my algorithm, but it's like only time I see that is after something happens. Like, I didn't know that there was so many people that were pro-Chicago until the immigrants started coming here, and Brandon Johnson was condoning giving all these people, these asylum seekers, all of the benefits that the Chicago people were already trying to get.
Yeah, you don't see it because it's not on social media. It's not blasting in your face, and the media don't put it out there. But they out there walking, boots to the ground, walking, protesting all the time. It's just that because you don't be over there, you don't see it. I know Jerry Day probably see it because he's like, he's in the city. He's mostly in the city most of the time. You don't really see them protesting and stuff like that, Jerry Day?
I've seen it happen a few times.
See, but we don't see it because it ain't in the algorithm. It ain't like the pro thing to do unless it's a cop kill somebody or something like that. Yeah. Then that's when you see it. But they out there protesting all the time about rights and shit like that. When the DNC was said, they was out there protesting.
Yeah, that's true.
Right, and that's what I'm saying. When situations like that arises, when I see people en masse going at, trying to, make their opinion and their voice known in groups. Yeah. Like you'll see your onesies and twosies, maybe even threesies and foursies. But in like actually attending town hall meetings,
you don't
speaking up
to
but it's like when black people do decide to come out and speak out, and it's like, oh well, you niggas is racist, now as black people racist, because you speaking out about essentially what's going on within the community. You're moving groups of people who call just simply culturally different than you, into the areas, different areas.
But I ain't gonna lie though, I sent y'all that I don't know if y'all looked at the interview I sent y'all with Ice Vezo.
Mm-hmm.
Now, it was some little crazy stuff he said and or whatnot, but he was dropping some gems. Like, and I think I've heard Jay every day say this. You done sent us a couple people who said the same thing too. Well, we need to get on, like, I know all of us, and we're not a monolith, all black people, but we need to get a couple things that most of us agree upon and go vote in blocks.
Yeah.
For real, like straight facts. I don't give a fuck if it's Democrat or Republican. You willing to get us and do these things for our community? These are the things we need to fuck with you on. Black or white, it don't matter what color you is. You doing this. You feel me? So
black people hating on immigrants.
This is something that came across my purview, and it's a short video. Well, I guess short enough. Check it out. Let's check it out.
Who is this? Who said this? Because that's probably Photoshop.
You don't hang no signs about black people hating on immigrants, because black people ain't got no reason to hate on no immigrants.
Oh no, but the immigrants got
we
no reason to
everything
hate on
y'all
us.
are in there, son. Let me tell you something. You get them signs down. Anytime that Alderman Lawson and Silverstein and what's that other?
Cesar
sit
Lopez.
up here and talk about how they should get a hate crime bill because swastika was in Ziploc bags in that community. They hung this in our community. We want it off the polls. We want that to be the beginning of a hate crime. And that organization, which is a white liberal organization, like in the words of Malcolm X, who told us what? That the white liberal is the worst enemy to the black man. Yes. And it is coming up in here acting like y'all representing some social justice.
Say that,
but all along,
say
all
that.
you're doing is trying to use black people
Say
to
that.
find a reason to make some money.
Say
Let me
that.
tell y'all something over there. We're done. The Democratic Party is done. You ain't gonna
I didn't see that before.
Damn.
I didn't see that before. Hold on.
Fuck over there looking like, what we got to do with this?
They hit her with the.
Hell, they pearls, B.
Tell y'all something over there. We're done. The Democratic Party is done. You ain't gonna mess with us like
Y'all gonna abuse us.
They
get to abuse the black American.
Come in here and go clean it up. I'm telling y'all, you leave the Democratic Party. Do just like RFK Jr., just do like that Tulsa lady. You better get up out the Democratic Party. Save yourself, save your families, save your dignity, save your jobs, and save your seats. Because if y'all don't, we coming for your seats. We ain't taking this no more. We ain't taking no disrespect from a bunch of people who have broken into the country.
And I think that's the issue. I think black people are coming into a real, if you vote Republican, it is what it is. But I think black people are, because we voted Democrat for so long, we realizing that a lot of these Democrats and Democratic policies aren't really helping the community. Right, we vote the same people in over and over again. You right, and what they say when you do something over and over again with the same results, right? That's insanity.
Insanity, yeah.
Right, so we're snapping out of this insanity, okay, and we're starting to explore our options, right? And you know, when we had things such as civil rights, see, a lot of these immigrants and stuff didn't come in heavy like that until civil rights. Did we have immigrants? Of course, right? But I'm talking about the ones in South America and stuff like that. They didn't start really come over in droves until black people, quote unquote, got civil rights. So once black people got civil rights, then all other groups came over. Right, and now they're piggybacking, and then this goes with the community as well. You know, the alphabetic community as well. But they're piggybacking on the things that basically our forefathers really fought for, right? So I'm all for people coming over here, but you know what I'm saying. There's just a process that you have to do it, right?
Yeah,
and you know, so it's good that black people, even if you're not necessarily voting, you know, Republican, it's cool that you're voting independent. You know what I'm saying? You can think for yourself. You don't vote straight down the line and say, well, nigga, I'm voting Democrat because my mama voted and my grandmama and shit like that. And, you know, because to me, it's two different things about, like, the Republicans. See, the Republicans, to me, they always come off as kind of like these staunch racist type, you know, and it just is what it is. It's just kind of what I've noticed. They always kind of come off like that. And then the Democrats, they always come off as weird. It's always some weird agenda that you're trying to pass, you know what I mean? The A word, you know, can we say that? Abortions?
Yeah, yeah. It's not as inflammatory.
Okay, but, you know, when we talk about, like, abortions and stuff like that, and you talk about they can do it until the third trimester. Nigga, that's weird. That's weird, and that's murder.
1 month.
You know what I'm saying? I'm not gonna give y'all however many months y'all want, but what I'm saying is, like, third trimester is nuts.
It's facts,
right? And y'all okay with it? Y'all okay with tampons in the boys' bathroom and weird and different weird shit? So it's murder. Like y'all always trying to push. You know, it's
that's murder.
Yeah, it's murder.
That's a body on you. Be older. What you talking about? That's a body.
Well, it's not what I'm talking about. It's what the Democrats is talking about, right? That's what I'm talking about.
Yeah, but that's a body. We call that in the streets. That's a body.
Call it what you want to. It's still weird. You know what I'm saying? Call it what you want to. It's weird. And that's my point. Is when you go start leaning over there. You know, even if you were a person that kind of independently thinking, oh, which side should I go with? And then you start digging in their shit, and they talking about, oh, well, yeah, it's okay that you do abortions up until 9 months. I'm like, nigga, it's crazy. It's crazy work. So,
and that's a summarization of what I think about when I think Republican and Democrat. It's like people just saying, like, I don't care, do whatever. Like the phrase is like, pull yourself up by your bootstraps. It's either like that, as you know, people have their own issues with the phrasing and stuff or whatever. But it's like we reward hard work, but you're not gonna like the work, versus do whatever you want to do and live however you want to live, and don't think about the repercussions that come with it.
Be Humble says no abortion in the third. And I mean, I'm not sure if there's a statement or, yeah, I'm sure there's a statement. But I've looked up the research, Be Humble, and what it said was some around a little over 1 million abortions happened in 2023, right? Of those million, 1% was after 5 months and 1 week, right? So at 5 months, you know, you know the sex of the baby. This is a baby that has a heartbeat. There's been times where a 5-month-old baby, you know, came into this world prematurely and was able to survive in the NICU unit. So, you know what I'm saying? Like, that's a person that could survive. You know, we're not talking about, you know, like Maul said, 1 month. We're not talking about nothing like that.
I think that's still crazy, too. Yeah. Unless, to me.
That was 11,000 of those.
I don't think it should be none of those, especially if your life is not dependent on it. Like, if you about to die or the mother about to die, okay, I can understand that. That's totally understandable. I think anybody will understand that because we're trying to save your life. Mm-hmm. But if it ain't that, bro, you got to give it up for adoption and just going through with this thing. We can't do that right now. It's just my opinion, and if it's still you. You can do whatever you want to do. You're going to have to go run the tape with God. You're going to be sitting up there. He's going to be like, okay, what was this?
Let's see. Be Humble going back. He said, all she's on or something, talking about the lady in the video. He said blacks are minorities. That's not what the Democrats are talking about. Not abortion in the third. Naps and Beauty said the debate was a 3v1. Yes, it was Trump versus Kamala and Trump versus both of the judges. I mean, if you 4v1, if you want to talk about ABC as a company. Be Humble said, why you need to find out why, not just say it's an abortion. What? Be Humble?
I'm not finna go look up the research on why. Like, it was, first of all, it was 1 million of them. You know what I'm saying? And I'm pretty sure it was quite a few because they wanted to.
It could have been due to the health of the mother. Maul mentioned that there are circumstances other than just an abortion. I mean, this is the way I see it, man. This is the way I see it, and this is what research shows. The absolute majority of abortions come from consensual sex.
Yeah, people want to throw the grape on there and all that other stuff,
and incest and all this.
Yeah.
Listen, that stuff it happens. Yes, it happens. That's not saying I'm not justifying anything because that's terrible. Anybody that does that to somebody deserves to have their genitals burned off.
Oh yeah, I mean, good God,
burned off because that's disgusting. On the flip side, the absolute majority of abortions that happen come from consensual sex, and then on top of that, I read a study that said 40% of the women that get one spin the block and come back for another.
Damn, spin the block on that is crazy.
Yeah, spinning the block. What happened the second time they spent the block? What was the reason for that? Be humble. Because first of all, I did research. I researched enough to know that it was over 1 million, and it's always been over 1 million for a nice little while. I researched enough to know that 1% of that is, after the 5th month. So done enough research. Now I'm not going to be able to research why 1 million people or 1 million abortions happen. That doesn't even statistically. I don't have that type of time on my hand.
But let's finish this. It's only like another minute left in this particular video.
And I have completely broke the city, have completely broke the country, have completely disgraced the United States of America. America is a disgrace. And for the solution, you give us a fake, black, cackling hand of a candidate with a vice president that's talking about he want to put tampons in the boys' bathroom. The number one function of a president.
You say black people shouldn't be concerned about abortions. Why not?
Who said black people?
Be humble. He said black should not be considered about abortion. Abortion is about whites not having kids.
Okay, but black people participate in it and are some of the most participants in it. So
I was just about to say, like, where the Planned Parenthoods are in.
So that's lame. And so what are you saying? That's lame. What are we talking about here? You're a participant, a heavy participant in it, and then we're gonna say we shouldn't be talking about it. It's on there. We're gonna talk about it.
That's one of the things that Kamala Harris talks about the most. She doesn't specify white people should have abortion. She said abortion should be, I probably shouldn't say the word so much, but that should be acceptable. They should be able to do it up until whenever.
Hey, man, like I say, you're going to have to run the tape on God. So if you want to do that, be at it. Have how many of you want to have. I ain't the father of the baby. I don't.
You tell me anything about a Kamala Harris that looks like she can protect this country after y'all sat up here and they get it overridden with a bunch of illegal immigrants. Y'all sat up here and put America's hands in all kind of wars. And you telling me a tampon man that ran from duty don't even know what his rule was. Kamala Harris, who don't know what race she is, gonna protect this country?
10 seconds left, but yeah, I thought that was a powerful video.
The devil is a lie. Y'all better keep them signs down. Yes. I know.
Go ahead.
Look, man, I'm going to tell y'all what one of the great philosophers told me, man. When I be going in the goddamn booth, if I seen you been in there a little bit already too long, it's time to get some new judgment up in here. It's time to switch it up. You shouldn't be in here this long. We should start voting. Like, we keep voting for these people and then keep voting and keep voting and keep voting. Nah. I don't even stay in the city of Chicago. And I'm telling them, hey, Mayor Johnson, that nigga got to go. First of all, the nigga 35, 36 with a mohawk. That's crazy to me.
Was it $30,000 a year?
It don't matter. I don't care what it was. Bro, you got a mohawk and you almost 40. And Governor Pritzker really got to go. I'm going to get his ass. We getting his ass up out of here. For real, for real.
I need to learn more about him because I
don't give no fuck. We ain't got to learn no more. You did what you did. We're going to go ahead and get this shit reset. We got to get somebody else up in here, bro. You got to go.
Oh, here we go. Be humble. All right. So Nelson Beauty said, I believe the government is lying to us about the real population count of Black America. That's why there are Planned Parenthoods and illegals in our areas. He said no whites have more abortions. No
I didn't
facts.
say. I was waiting for that. So what I said we were major participants. That's what I said. I didn't say more. I didn't put a number on it on purpose. Of course, they're going to have more because they're more in population. There's more of them that use welfare. I know that. It's called per capita. I'm aware.
Blacks aren't having abortions at the rate of whites. Well, this is the thing, bro. We are 1/5 of the population in comparison to them. They are 65% of the American population. So, of course, they're going to have more. So, I mean, we can talk percentages. If we're talking percentages, then that's a better number to go off of. But if we're talking just flat out numbers,
there's more whites in jail. It's more whites in jail. The percentage of niggas in jail is going to trump the whites. I mean, not percentage of, but percentage of black people to jail to white people to jail. The number is way higher.
I had a link for that. I was waiting for
that's simple math.
Yeah, man, this was extended to what, 240? Oh, 220, 227.
She's still talking? Let her play again. Keep her playing, man. Let her finish her statement, man. Let her finish her last 5 seconds.
Let's see him go back a little bit.
Kamala Harris, who don't know what race she is, gonna protect this country? The devil is a lie. Y'all better keep them signs down. Yeah, I know that.
Yeah, man. Yeah. Whew, sheesh. But that was all I have for today, man. It was a great conversation. Great catching up with you guys and being able to talk about some things that we had to put off. I was waiting for you. You guys are all having all fun and traveling and stuff, man.
You traveled to Detroit and went to
nigga hopped and skipped to Detroit and no time about we traveled.
Went to Shake Shack. What was the place in this?
He said Shake
Sweetwater.
Shack. you went to Detroit just to go to Shake Shack when it's where they open? That's crazy.
Well, they had a Southland called a Southland Mall.
Yeah.
Oh man, it's super small.
Oh, okay.
Super small. I would put that on par with Lincoln Mall.
Oh, okay. Then you're saying avoid it.
Yeah, I mean, you're not really missing much going in there. It was nice to see it, just to see it, but definitely don't need to go unless you need something because I had to buy a shirt out of H&M.
Okay.
They had no Forever 21s?
It was right next to it. But all right, man. You guys got anything that you want to throw out for a mesh?
I'll say something, man. Life is like a box of chocolates. You never know what you're gonna get, right? That was always like I always considered Forrest Gump to be like a comedy, like, you know what I mean. But it was, I think it was a melodrama or whatever. But I always thought it was funny. But it holds true because different things is thrown at you in life. Different things happen to different people, loved ones and stuff like that. So you always want to make sure if you're thinking about somebody. You make sure that you call them. If you can't call them, text them. Because somebody, they'll be here today and they'll be gone tomorrow. So that's just something. I want to put that out there.
Big shouts out to Will Hill and Third Post Media. Make sure y'all check out the guy. Nassim Beauty said another great show. Thank you very much, Nassim Beauty. Glad you were able to stick it out with us. This has been another rendition of the No Key Podcast. I am your man, Spaces.
I'm Jay every day.
I can play your boy ball, man. Me and the Jerry.
My brain was buffering, man.